Mm-hmm.
Wow, no way.
Yeah, Geezer Butler was learning how to play that, and it's from an opera called Mars. And if you listen to it, you can tell it's just da da da.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's pretty
you
cool.
only need a fraction of the notes in the actual opera. I mean, just 2 or 3, and you've got your rock song.
Uh-huh. That's pretty cool. All right. What's up? What's up, you guys? Hello. Oh, we got a lot of people here already. This is cool. Hey, guess what?
Janice.
This is Johnny Bean. Oh yeah, Janice. I was gonna say, send me a tweet reminding me about The Price is Right. We're gonna talk about something. The Price is Right. We got some, I guess some, I don't know, content. What else, you guys? If you guys like live, like this show here, follow me on Twitch. I'll be live over at TwitchCon in Las Vegas, October 18th through the 24th. So make sure to follow me on Twitch. Link is in the. How do you spell Twitch? Link is in the chat. Oh, it's ASMR. ASMR candy time. And also, the NAMM show is coming up end of January. We will be there. We'll be there live. So make sure to watch. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let's get to the big 10,600. I know we can do it. We're very close. All right, so here we go. This is Straturday Night, and we're going to talk about some cool stuff. Have a great time. We got some giveaways. I got some guitar picks to give away, and I know what you guys are thinking. More plain guitar picks? No, these might be collectibles. I just found them in a place. So I'll show you guys those. All right, Johnny Bean TV, Straturday Night. Here we go. Was that me? Who was that? Oh yeah, somebody just sent me a message on Facebook. I just heard the sound. Yo! What's going on, you guys? Are we here? Why am I deaf all of a sudden?
I don't know.
We're here, right? I don't know.
Is that Johnny Bean?
It is. It is. Welcome, you guys. Is that Ron? Is that Ron Gunner?
Yes, it is.
Very cool, man. And look at that. Jackson guitars. That's
What
nice.
pickup is that?
Oh, this is a custom wound by...
Who's it wound by? Who?
MJ. MJ.
We're going to start early.
Hi, this is MJ from the Seymour Duncan NAMM 2023 in Anaheim, California. You're watching Johnny B.
Johnny B.
Johnny B. Okay? Thanks for all your support.
It's a Pegasus, by the way.
That's cool. So it has a regular
Yeah.
humbucker and two like humbucker rails or whatever. It looks
Two
like
hot rails.
hot rails.
Yeah, two hot rails, and then the MJ Pegasus with I wanted in that neon green color.
What does that run? What's the how hot is that?
17 something.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. It's hot.
Very nice. Wow. Speaking of hot, Norman, Oklahoma, Robbie the Animal. Did you shave?
Nope.
What's different? Something's different.
What?
There's a Fender in the background. That's what's different.
Oh, yes, there is.
Are
Well,
you
it's-
reading sheet music? What are you doing?
It's Straturday night. Oh, this is my, song I just wrote in case Lori comes by, but I don't think she will. She's busy. She went to see her son play the drums.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hello everybody, man. Hey Peggy. Hey Jeff. Daddy. What's up,
Who's
you
your
guys?
daddy?
Who is your daddy, man? Not visible. What's happening?
Right
Yeah,
on.
the gongs are in the other room, man.
Are we going to get a tour? Another tour of the other room?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'm finished. I'm officially finished with it now.
Very good. Very good, you guys. And also from Semi Valley? Semi Valley,
What up?
California. 40 Grit.
He's outside the
Broadcasting live from
5150
Simi
studio.
Valley. I'm outside of 5150. All is quiet here, waiting for
Mhm.
Wolfgang sighting, but nothing yet.
And it's light out.
Well,
That only happens when it's full moon.
Let's play along. Let's play along.
And that's not Semi Valley, but yeah, I know.
JP21, what's up?
Very
What's up, JP21?
What's happening,
What's
Scott?
up?
Lewis? Martin?
Scott, Lewis, Martin. You guys, guess what? Something that's very cool is if you'd like to help support this channel because we can use all the help we can get. Channel membership is the way you can do that. And the top tier of channel membership are the executive producers. And they are currently CC, Stephen Franklin, Michael Smith, Music Therapy Laz, Sherman Callahan, 40 Grit from Semi Valley, John Moronic, Majestic PB and J Cat, Guitarman 45, Janice Lala the Intern, R Habs, Warlag, Patty Dill, Fairfield Guitar Co.
That's Lewis.
That's Lewis. And actually, I need to update this card because I think there's another top tier member that I haven't been reading for like a month. And I've actually never seen their name in the chat. So maybe, I don't know. But anyway, I'll get that updated before the next show. So yeah, channel membership. Consider becoming a channel membership. Get your name in green in the chat, like not visible. Like Jeff T, like Janice Lala, like, let's see, Jeff T, like Robbie Stengel, looking for Lori. Janice.
Oh, man.
Anyway, channel membership, top tier. And if you'd like to help in other ways, super chats. You can change the color of my lights. It's pretty cool. I've got these lights back here. They're pretty awesome. And they look like this. Like that, and you can change them and all that. We're also live on Facebook, Johnny Bean Facebook profile, and Facebook video creator page, where we got Facebook stars. It's like super chat, but on Facebook. And speaking of Facebook, we're live in the exclusively Van Halen group at 62,000 members. I got 400 people I got to approve to get in there. EVH Gear Fans Live group, EVH Gear Fans Live page, Johnny Bean TV group, and we're also live on X, which is pretty cool. And this is also a podcast on Spotify, so you can listen and enjoy. Hopefully that makes sense. And speaking of that, we're actually everywhere. You can follow the Johnny Bean brand by going to www.johnnybean.link, and that'll take you to other places where we are, such as Instagram, such as Reels, such as Mastodon, such as Cameo. I can make you guys shout out videos on Cameo. Spotify, Lemonade, TikTok, Tumblr, Twitch, everywhere there is, we are there. So consider all of that. Thank you.
X.
What?
X. Yeah, X,
X?
Not Twitter.
X.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's a change. Twitter will always be known as Twitter. I
know.
don't think X will really take over that. It's kind of fun for now, but eventually I can see it turning back into Twitter because they're still calling things you send out tweets. I saw that.
They should be called X's.
I thought they could call it twits.
Mm-hmm. They've called it all kinds of stuff because Twitter's been around. I've been on there since 2008. So it's been around for quite a while. Don't forget to add the new channel member to the card. Thank you, Janice. I just got a tweet or an X. And
Grease Monkey.
let's talk.
What? Grease Monkey, he asked a question. What are deets? He wants to know if there's any deets on this guitar. I don't know what deets means.
Details.
Detail.
Oh, okay. See, I don't know all the slang. I'm old. Original Floyd Rose. Through Adam. There you go, Johnny. Through Adam's recommendation, the Craft Tech saddles, the Pegasus, and the 2 hot rails. Other than that, it's how it came from factory.
It's a cool color.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it.
I think that's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Grease Monkey
That's
says
cool.
he's older. And that's a nice guitar in your avatar there, Grease Monkey. Ooh, I like that.
Johnny,
Hey, Lewis,
you got
what's
the,
up?
What?
Johnny, you
What?
got the picture. You got the pictures of the Telecaster, correct?
I don't know.
Where
Tele-
I showed
Oh, you
the wood
sent me.
grain.
You sent
Yeah,
me
we're at-
photos of that telly that you have. Yeah, the GNL.
Yeah, because when I watched the show the other day on here, you couldn't tell, you couldn't see the wood grain. It just looked all orange.
Mm-hmm. Aloha from sunny Waikiki. The area code 210 is sending in right now. We're getting text messages from Hawaii. This is pretty cool.
That's cool.
There you go.
I like that.
Jeff T, what up?
Yeah, let's see. Who do we have in here? And then again,
We should
got
probably do
some
a roll call.
We got some Prices Right info for you guys.
Come
which I
on
guess is-
down.
which is something. Yeah, who's here? Who do we see in the chat here?
Rico B.
Oh, that's Rico B. Hey man.
That's a nice satchel.
Yeah. Yeah, I photobombed a satchel video one time at the NAMM show.
Oh,
That's pretty cool. I didn't even know I was doing it.
Why doesn't that not surprise me?
I know. I know there's video. So I'm going to have to find that. It's Guitar World. If you guys can find it. Guitar World did a video at NAMM. Satchel was walking around interviewing people. Me and my friend just happened to walk by. And actually that one guy, Phil X, walked by right after us. We're all in the same, like waving to the same video. It's pretty cool. Janice, please find that and tweet that out and tag me. Thank you. Let's see. We got Timothy. We got Peggy. You are here. We see you. You got Jamie. Does anybody here think Relish guitars are overrated?
I don't know anything about Relish guitars. I saw that. I don't know what that is. Let me look it up while you're doing roll call.
Yeah. I'm not sure about those either.
Just go ahead and walk in the studio. 40, they might know back there.
Well, maybe Wolf knows something.
Wayne is here. Lewis is here. Kurt Rocks is here. Channel member. Good to see you. We got Grease Monkey. We got Todd. We got Not Visible. We got Scott. Scott, thank you for the message earlier today or yesterday. Let's see. Lewis. We got a lot of people here. We got 43 people. Thank you.
Hey,
so
Kurt
much.
Rocks, what's up, man? How you doing? Kurt Rocks from Canada.
Mm-hmm. Good to see you, man. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Okay. Well, I'll give some of these away. I don't know. These things might be actually priceless. I don't know. I was sent a whole bag of sample guitar picks at one point, years and years ago, of like 1,000 guitar picks. And a bunch of them, this is a company, but the print is so small I can't even. I actually just went to the eye doctor.
Looks like
I can't even see the
again.
I can't. Yeah, I know. I can't even see the company. But anyway, they made Simpsons guitar picks.
That's
Oh,
cool.
that's pretty neat.
There's Homer playing a guitar. Right there. I've got like tons of them. There's like the whole family.
Oh, that one's got a hole in it.
Yeah, well, because Marge's dress is green. Is that Duff? Oh, that's Duff Man. Oh yeah. There he is. I got tons of these Simpsons picks. I've had them for years and years and years. There's Sideshow Bob. There's what's his name? The kid. That guy. I got tons of these. We'll give some of these away tonight. They're probably worth $100 each. I don't know. I can't think of the name of the company, but I'll find out at some point. Anyways, they're pretty cool. So we'll give some of those away today. So to participate, you must what am I saying? Yeah, you must be subscribed to the channel, and we're trying to hit 10,600. And you must participate in the live chat on YouTube, on Facebook, and if you jump over to the different Facebook streams where we are live, participate in those chats, you'll get extra chances to win. Very easy. Right, Robbie?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. Love your Kramer thing, guys. Awesome. Wayne.
Yeah, Martin Hensley wants to know if you got his text, Johnny.
Martin Hensley. What's your area code? I got a few.
Not working.
What is
I can
that?
barely see it. Okay.
Nose art picks.
Nose art?
Yeah. World War II nose art.
Oh, cool. Martin, are you area code 937?
That's me.
Oh, this is you.
Yeah, you could put my name in there on that contact, so it'll say that.
Can I?
Yeah.
Underrated guitarists, in my opinion. Yo,
It's
you're
in
the
the-
one that sent me this. How come Robbie's name is in here?
The gongs are in the living room, Cheech.
Okay, we can talk about that. That's cool. We'll talk about this. And this will actually be cool. I'll screen cap this list you sent. That's actually pretty neat. Okay, so coming up, we'll talk about underrated guitar players that Ron thinks are underrated.
Oh,
Area code 412. Martin says it's me.
Hey, Mr. Mick.
Mr.
937 is mine.
Brad Gillis reveals that he owns the third Floyd Rose system ever made,
he does.
apparently.
So does Steve Lukather. Steve Lukather's got one too. MPN, what's up?
MPN. MPN, how come you're not on these shows anymore? Aloha from Waikiki. Oh my gosh. Is this Rock Daddy? Look at this. Rock Daddy. Or Rico B. Is it Rico B?
Rico Suave.
That looks nice.
That. Very nice, man.
It's 3 hours back at Cali, so it's 5:23
Oh, no.
in Hawaii, right?
Oh, that's Janice. See, Janice is on the case. Look at that. She just tweeted me something. Thank you, Janice. Okay, yeah, so we get text messages. Very cool.
Robbie is the Kramer expert. Wayne Jean, you are correct. Robbie is the Kramer guru.
You
Well,
are correct, sir.
Certain ears.
Hi-yo!
A very specific earring there.
Uh-huh. Well, it has to be Kramer stuff up until 1982. Or is it only 1982?
Well, 82 to 85. Some 86 is good. I mean, like, Grit got that Beretta with the recessed trem cavity. That's a good. That's a
But what are your years of
good
expertise
body he's got there.
at Kramer?
Well, I wasn't actually working there in 82, but I was involved, I mean, I was talking to Edward in the parking lot every time I brought my friend to work there. And I knew it was going on because of Bill Isaacson, with all the 5150. Bill Isaacson was the head of guitars at Kramer. He's the one that built the red guitar, the Tiger Stripe maple that's all the way through the wood. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew what was going on there. I didn't actually start working there till the beginning of 84 was when I actually worked at the place until about halfway through 86. So I got to see it when it was like kind of their heyday, and I got to see where it got really bad. I was supposed to go from rags to riches at that place. Riches to rags, I guess you could say.
Uh-huh. Wow, that's cool. Let's see. Let's just get this out of the way. Ron Gunner, you had brought up The Price is Right for some
Yes,
reason.
sir.
I don't know why.
You said
Why
Burbank.
was that?
You said Burbank.
Burbank.
Yeah, you said you were there to watch it, but you didn't get on.
Yeah. I was there in 1978 for one of the live tapings with Bob Barker. Did not get picked to be on the show, though, unfortunately.
Uh-huh. Did you ever see the episode?
Yes, it was like 6 weeks later.
And can you see yourself in the episode?
Real quick, when they flash across the audience, you see me acting like an idiot trying to get picked. Apparently, that's not how you got picked.
Oh, was there a system?
I don't know. Well, they say it's just random, but I think it's depends on how they perceive you will act in front of the camera.
Do they interview?
Want someone.
Do they interview everybody that walks in there?
Yeah, they interview out in the line to get in the door. At least they did then. Of course, that was 45 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, they while you're standing in line, there's a guy that comes through and talks to each one of you. So,
They make a note real quick.
Yeah, there was a guy and a girl with him with like a notepad, and she'd write down the name and where you were from, and they just asked some basic questions. But I think they wanted someone, that once they were on stage, they were going to be very animated. So
right. So they ask you a quick random question, and they get like whatever your response is, and they just get, oh yeah, 0, oh yeah, 10. Yeah. That's probably how they did it. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that came up because 40 Grit is near Burbank. And we were talking about this in the green room, and I was saying that, I fly into Burbank all the time whenever I go like to the NAMM show or Hollywood or whatever. That's where I go. And then Ron had said The Price is Right is near there, or that he was on there or something. And I had said, I knew somebody years ago. Actually, I used to work with a singer. This is back in 1995. It was a little bit ago. And the singer that I worked with, two pretty cool things about this. Her name was Cassie. And one of the things is that when we first met, one of the things she told me was, hey, I was just on The Price is Right, but it hasn't aired yet. So like literally right after I meet her, I turn on The Price is Right like a couple days later, and she was on the show. She was actually on the show as a contestant, and she actually won a prize.
That's cool.
I think she won like a microwave or something. but I actually got to see her on the TV. And then something else pretty cool. She went to high school with the band No Doubt. So she knew them way back in the day. And I remember when I first met her, we were driving in the car, and she was saying, hey, have you heard about that band No Doubt? And I'm like, no, I hadn't heard about them yet. Tragic Kingdom had just come out or was coming out. And so she had told me about them beforehand. And then, of course, once they came out, they're everywhere now. Everybody knows them. So anyway, there's some stories for you guys.
That's
cool. There's
cool.
Content.
They gave the car they gave away when I was there was a 1978 Chevy Caprice station wagon.
That's funny.
Come on down.
Yeah. At least it wasn't a Pinto, for God's sake.
Uh-huh. Oh my God.
Hey, weren't we talking about 7-gauge strings like last week or the week before? I just watched a video of Paul Gilbert today saying that he was demoing a set of 7-gauge strings. I can't even imagine. I mean, 8s feel like there's nothing there. I mean, just of course he's just a beast, just blowing it away. But he said breaking in a set of 7s, and I was like, my God, man, 7-gauge strings.
That was one of the guitars I did for a customer. I put 7-gauge on it, and he wanted it tuned to standard 440, and I was tuning the high E like
scared. Yeah,
just waiting for it to snap.
That's funny. Yeah, that's funny.
But there's nothing there. It's.
Wayne wants to know if he could restore that guitar we talked about a lot on a previous show. You can do it, Wayne. It's going to be a lot of work, but you can do it. I think you can do it. The neck might be gone, so you might have to get another neck, but I think you can. I think you can restore it. If you really want to, you can do it. I mean, possibilities are endless. Look at what I did making this room, cleaning all this stuff when I'm like, falling down and eating it, constantly. If you're determined, you can do it.
Yeah.
Right. Zora wants to do feet on my face. Yes, go ahead.
I think
it's protocol.
I think Billy Gibbons uses 8s from what I understand.
Yeah, Billy's got really bad arthritis. All his stuff is weight relieved. Yeah.
Oh, Rock Daddy from Zims, yeah. Cool.
Oh, wow. I can't imagine. I use 9s on anything Floyd, and then I use 10s on anything non-Floyd. And
like a Les Paul? I put 10s on my Les Pauls, and it's way better. Better control. They're not as noodly.
Mhm.
Like on a 25.5-inch scale, I think 9s are my go-to, and like on that short scale, 24 3/4, I put 10s on it because they get too slinky for me personally. Yeah.
Well, I like jumbo fret wire. Wayne, I like jumbo fret wire, and I don't really go for the stainless steel myself. But I'm not a hard player. I can't play hard, but I never was. So like wearing out frets wasn't really a problem for me. Not only that, but I could redress the neck rather easily. A lot of people like stainless. So,
you guys ever watch that video that when the EVH Wolfgangs were released? I think it was like a 2011 or maybe 9 when Ed released that video of him and Chip Ellis sitting at the table, and there was somebody else there too. I forgot who did the interview, but
Matt Brook was there.
Matt Brook was there, and they were talking to him about stainless steel frets.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that he was refretting his guitars every 4 months. He was doing a refret on some of his guitars, and he said that if you can hear the difference between a stainless steel fret and a nickel fret, then you have better ears than I do. I thought that was interesting.
Well, I had somebody tell me that no one can tell what diode is in an effects box. No one could possibly know what diode is in a box.
I don't even know what a diode is.
You guys know how much importance I put into the LED clipping diode, the red LED clipping diode, to not use a ceramic diode because a ceramic diode makes it really tinny and ice picky. I guess a lot of people can't tell, but I just thought it was a kind of a broad statement to say no one can tell what diode is in a box when.
Come on. Everybody knows what a diode is.
I don't think it's so much the sound between stainless and nickel as it is the feel of the playing. Because a good friend of mine, his name's Jim Dofka, and he's got the band Dofka, which is all over the place. They opened for Yngwie for a long time and everything, but he loves the jumbo stainless. But again, it's not sound; it's just the playability is what he likes.
Yeah. Hey, Kyle. Yeah.
They're good feel.
I like a softer fret. I do, and I like to be able to dress it in a certain way to trigger, feedback that I get out of what I play through. So it's a personal choice,
Yeah. And every guitar that when I was at Sir working, they everything was stainless steel unless requested otherwise. So you can feel it. I mean, I personally can feel the difference of stainless steel versus nickel. Now, as far as hearing it, I don't know because I usually play with very overdriven amplifiers and hot pickups. So probably I wouldn't be the guy to say, hey, can you hear the difference here? But a more clean player like Robbie, he probably could hear the difference.
I'm a clean player.
No, you're cleaner than I am.
Well, yeah, you're more of a modern type of liking that modern metal sound, where I'm more of an old school kind of like Jimmy Page kind of feedback.
That wasn't an insult whatsoever.
Oh, no,
I was
I'm
saying
not taking it
that-
off. Hey, Blue, what's happening, Blue, man?
Hey,
No,
Blue.
it's not an insult. You guys are going to have to come up with a lot more to get to me with this stuff.
Oh, come
You know?
on now. Speaking of which,
hit it, Ron.
I want to talk about the.
Yeah, Ron, it's open season. The gongs are in the other room. What do I got? What do I got here? So the lyrics had to go somewhere. So I put them on this little stand that had this little splash symbol on it, Ron.
Sabian.
Oh!
Okay.
You see, he owns a Fender and he owns a Sabian.
Hang on,
It's
hold
this
that up.
Little cheap.
Everybody
splash
screen
symbol.
cap this photo right now and put a caption saying, "This is what I use."
No.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, I was gonna add on to something somebody said earlier, but it's been so long I can't remember.
What's that?
No, actually, I was gonna say, you know how you talked about that video when they were at Fender and they were all sitting around that table?
Mm-hmm.
I was there.
That's a good interview.
I was there. Yeah, I was in that room. I saw that table. They showed that table to me.
You were there during the interview?
No, not during it. I was there a little while afterwards.
Is it
And
upstairs?
I got to see the table. Yes.
Is it upstairs? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was upstairs, and that room looks nothing like that for real. They totally dressed the entire thing up for that video.
That's what I heard.
It's just a regular workbach.
Robbie,
Oh,
could
wait.
you walk across the room with that on your head?
Yeah,
Was-
well, I don't know. I might not be able to stand up, but
Was-
Wayne, I do use distortion. I'm using my distortion boxes have the red LED clipping diode. This is the diode that's used in the Marshall Governor from 1991, made in England.
So
and
wait
I
a
also
minute.
have a secondary box with
What's a
red LED.
diode? What's
A
a drop
diode,
diode?
it gives you your tone.
Robbie,
It-
you've got a symbol on your head.
I do, and it's a crappy one too. That's why it's not out in the living
diode.
room.
What's a diode?
Sabian.
I'm gonna ask GPT what a diode is.
Spell diode backwards.
Is it the same thing?
No.
What's the? This is a music show. Robbie, what's the technical name for a diode, or what is it used with?
Well, the diodes I use are the LED clipping diodes. It's virtually
English.
an LED light.
English.
A light emitting diode is what it is.
English. None of this makes sense.
LED.
All right, I'll spell it out for you.
Okay, so it's a light. You're just saying it's a light and a pedal.
That's not, it is indeed.
So you can hear the
Ja,
difference with
achten,
a light and a pedal. What?
That ought to explain.
Wunderbar.
Diode is diehard.
What is a LED clipping diode?
I love
Ronnie-
diode. I love
Ronnie
diehard.
James diode.
It seems there might be some confusion. An LED light emitting diode and a clip-in diode. What? This is a
Yeah.
diode that emulates light when current flows through it? A clipping
Right.
diode. This refers to a diode configuration used in electronic circuits to clip or limit the voltage to the desired level. Is that what that means?
Yeah, basically.
Did anybody
Yeah,
understand?
Different color, different voltage.
1980 was a good year for Fender.
Yeah.
See, most
I'll put this in the
boxes,
chat for everybody.
most
I still don't
boxes
understand.
have a ceramic diode. Now, if you talk to people at I'll get to it, Martin. Well, I gotta wait for Johnny to cue it. That's good. Diode is like a one-way valve for electricity, yes. And if you limit that going through, you alter the sound. Now, a ceramic diode does not alter it as much, and it also squashes the frequency, so it comes out more trebly, and it's also slightly less money. So, that's why they use them, and they don't sound as good. I mean, if you really listen.
Hey, Johnny Nate says a diode is like a one-way valve for electricity.
Okay.
DJ's got it in there.
Okay, let's put a poll in the chat.
Fender diodes are better than
Do you
81.
understand?
That's funny.
Heaven's
Okay.
Protocol. Look on
All right.
Reverb.
Okay, so it's basically I still don't get it. There's a poll in the chat if you guys understand what he's talking about with diode.
Yeah, if you forgot the last one, you should have put never, Johnny. No, yes, never.
I mean, when it comes to when he talks about a diode, that's what I mean when he talks about a diode. Most
But
of you
he
guys
was
do
saying
understand.
you had a chance to get him on that one.
Yeah, I know. All right. Yes, with the poll, understand when he talks about a clipping diode. You guys understand what he's saying?
No idea, right? Your lips are moving, but I'm not hearing what you're saying. It's like you're speaking another language. This is like this Eich, this the Balkan Achten Zieren.
Chinwa chan ching ching chai.
That's Rheingold. That's Rheingold.
Okay. All right. So most of 30 of you guys do understand what he's saying when he talks about the diode. Okay. As long as you guys understand. As long as you guys
There's
understand.
only 12 people in the chat.
I know.
My whole point is that this guy came on to a chat saying that no one can hear the difference in a diode in a box. And everybody knows that these boxes have different tones. You know, of course, you've got to have it full out to, you know, if you're using your potentiometer to vary the tone, which is sending the signal to ground, then you're not hearing the full aspect of said diode. And yeah, right. Speaking Greek again.
Slow down.
No, pizza pies amore.
Did you ever anybody here ever watch the old show Taxi?
Sometimes.
The episode where Reverend Jim was taking a test for his license, his cabbie license, and he was sitting there and he's going, shh, hey, and the one of the other cabbies looked at him and goes, what? He goes, what's yellow light mean? He goes, slow down. He goes, okay. What does yellow? There was no one who could have been better Doc Brown either than him.
Now, I mean, I want to say one thing.
Oh, Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are people out there that know every single diode and the differences between each one. I prefer that particular diode, which comes also in white. But that I know ladies that build boxes that know every single type of diode and exactly what they do. And I got a list sent to me of like 17 different diodes and the differences in tone between all of them.
Oh, yeah.
That blew me away. I was just like, wow, I am stupid, you know? So there's a lot I don't know, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Peggy, how you doing?
Holly Lewis, what up? How you doing?
I just copy what's used in that Marshall Governor from 1991 because that was the sound that really worked best for me.
Cool.
And to answer everybody before they even ask, no, I am not going to play over Robbie tonight.
Oh. I'm not hooked up for play, but I will tell you that the last 2 days in California has been great for guitar deals. It has been absolutely fantastic. Fantastic.
So show us.
Well,
Wait,
I'm not quite sure if you guys are ready for that. I'm not sure.
You put it out there. Now you got to show us.
So you had a grip.
Oh my God. It's been so good. I came out here with 2 deals that I told them, I said, hey, I'll meet you at a certain time. And they were like, that's a long drive for blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh no, I'm coming out there anyways. So I came out here on Thursday and I got to tell you, it's just been fantastic. So, And I have one tomorrow at 9 a.m. Just confirmed over OfferUp. Hey, I'll tell you something about OfferUp. I think I'm shadow banned. They call it shadow banned because I think I was talking last week about OfferUp because, you know, for us guitar guys that are always shopping, we're always looking for Craigslist, OfferUp, and Marketplace are my three. And I think I was shadow banned on OfferUp because when I got out here, I kept emailing people saying, hey, I'm interested in your gear, and I wasn't getting a response. Then I got on my son's OfferUp and started hitting the same people, and they were responding immediately. So I think that either they saw that I was from Phoenix and had no interest in dealing with somebody from out of state, or for some reason I'm shadow banned, one or the other.
No, so. that sounds like no. If somebody's selling something, they want to sell it locally. They don't want to ship it, and yeah, it's just because you're in a different state.
Dwight Bailey, what up?
That's why.
Jamie, yes. In a fuzz pedal, multiple diodes are used. The more you use them, the more of the effect you will get.
More fuzzy.
So what you're doing is it's actually saturating the sound with the clipping diodes.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I only like two, but I use 2 boxes, and each has 2 of them. And of course, the type of diode use is different too, because you will get more. You won't get as clear in the mids, the clearer sound coming through the distortion with the red LED as you would other diodes.
Wait, so you're just talking about it's just a light?
Well, it's not used as a light if you're using it in an electronic circuit. You are running current through it, but
it's a clipping diode.
Yes.
So it's a light. So if it clips, the light turns on. If
no.
It's clipping.
No, I mean that's 2 different things. Like the light on your box that lights up, that's on any effects box. If you have your little light going on, that's not what I'm talking about. But it's not, you know, if you turn on your box, the little light comes on. That is an LED diode, but that's not a clipping diode. That's not wired into the sound of the box. It's not manipulating the input.
Are you talking about an effects box for?
Yes.
And it's for like a guitar pedal.
Right.
You see, I never knew what you were talking about. The entire time you've been saying all that, you never said it was for a pedal.
I'm sorry, I should have. Yeah, Heaven, you're right. There are many different types of diodes for different purposes.
I think 40 saw a woofie.
Actually, Heaven said porpoises, which is cool. They're cool animals. It's happening. Dwight Bailey.
Bailey.
Well, they vary in size. The bigger the diode, the more effect it will have on said sound. It's kind of like a capacitor in a way that goes in your guitar. You know, the bigger capacitor, the more warmer sound you're going to get. The higher the voltage and the higher the value, the warmer the sound.
Robbie, do you like treble bleeds?
No, I am not a fan of treble bleed whatsoever.
I pull them out.
Yeah.
That was another thing Fender did to get the twangy sound. But that's why this custom shop has all that stuff that I ordered for it to try to get away from the twang. You know, that's the entire thing. The lace sensors are a low output pickup. You know, and like I had them do the decibel boost on the bass. You know, it was all trying to get, you know, that.
That's cool.
I'm just amazed Robbie has a Fender and a Sabian. That's just.
Oh, where did it go? Oh, I think I frisbeed it into the pond.
Well, let's see it. Let's see that Fender.
It's Fender time? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was waiting for you to say so.
It's Fender time.
All right. This is my 1996 Fender Custom Shop. Okay. As you can see, it has my signature on the back.
Why is it so tiny?
And the serial number
He used a little pen.
No, that's a decal. They took my signature and made a decal and put it underneath the clear coat.
Is that a Wilkinson bridge?
No, this is a
I'm
this
joking.
bridge. All right, thank you. It's a bridge that Fender worked with Floyd Rose to make, that they didn't make many of, and it's AEO32. This is Art Esparza's 32nd custom shop from 1986 that he made totally himself. It has
86?
96, sorry. It has the LSR roller nut,
It's got a roller nut, yeah.
Oh, it's a
locking
roller.
tuners.
Yep.
It's got a lot of flame and figuring on the neck. You see on the fretboard,
That's pretty.
as well as kind of gets ridiculous on the back. It's made of maple. You have your custom shop plate on it. Your lace sensor pickups. And it's like really rare bridge. It's marked Floyd Rose and Fender on it, both.
That's pretty neat.
Wow.
These are like super rare. This dang bridge is going for like $800 now. But as you can see, there's no adjustments in the saddles. Anything you want to adjust is on the back. It's a super hassle. Now I ended up sending this to be repaired, painted, because I had traded it away to somebody that I bought it back from. But in the meantime, they grabbed it by the neck and they smashed it into a table and put a big dent in it.
Oh,
And now Marty Bell repaired it for me. You can't even tell. Nitrocellulose and everything. And he repaired it. You can't see it at all. Great job. I think it was $60 for him to do that. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. They didn't have to refinish it. When you refinish a custom shop, your value plummets. That's a big deal, when it comes to like, what if custom shop's worth? It has the 10 decibel bass boost on it with a push-pull potentiometer. This is the one that I played all my classical stuff on years ago. When I played Tchaikovsky, Beethoven, and Wagner. It all came on this guitar. Now, when I got it back and it was basically kind of really messed up from being hit into the table, I had to take the entire thing apart to send it out for paint. The whole thing, the bass boost, it's active. The bass boost is active electronics. I took every stitch of that wire out and I put it back together and it worked. That was an accomplishment. But while it was out, I dressed this neck and I backbowed it and dressed it Eddie style. And that was able to get this action like really super low. This is one of the lowest action guitars I have. I'm able to play this extremely fast, which is good for me because I'm pretty weak.
is that backbowed now?
The neck is not backbowed, but the frets are. See, what I backbow it and then I sand it.
Yeah, I understand.
Right, and then I straighten it, so the relief is in the frets.
It's just when you held it up right now, it looked backbowed, but it's probably the radius of the camera. So
There's a curve to the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's straight.
And the cat is like scratching your speakers or something.
Well,
she likes those 12s. I don't care. Or 10s or whatever they are. I think they're 12s. I don't know.
Hey, Robbie B9 was saying that bridge looks like it's very similar to a Vega-Trem.
Well, maybe. Of course, it's a 2-point, so it floats. It's not screwed down.
Yeah.
I don't use it as a tremolo because I'm very violent with a tremolo bar. It's not going to handle it, So I don't use it. I used it when I played that piece from Jeff Beck when he died. These are lace sensor pickups. These are gold lace sensor crimson. They're a low output lace sensor pickup.
Hey, what Fenders had the volume boost? Was it the Claptons or was it the Becks?
Clapton.
Claptons, yeah.
Which is kind of like, this is Clapton ballpark, but I didn't like the way those were made. Zora, stop it. Look at this. She's going to jump up there. Good luck. Well, there she goes. Okay,
Robbie, you got a buyer. You got a buyer for that. Martin said if you ever sell it, let him know.
Well, that's a big compliment come from Martin because he's got a ton of guitars. You know, he does. And yeah, well, you know, I had 4,500 in 96 when I had it built, and now it's better. I mean, it took me a while. Yeah, it took me a while to get it to play like it does now.
So it's more. You're saying it's going to cost more if you ever sell that.
So now it's going to be 7.
Well, it's kind of hard to sell a guitar with your signature on it. You know, it's like, although I actually did once, and then, of course, the guy El Kabonged it on me. But
through the report, it was damaged and repaired. So.
Oh man, Mr. Bell.
Oh yeah.
So nicely. I didn't lose any value.
The guitar's been broken.
It's not broken. It's not broken. But yeah, so this is the only Fender I have. I built a Telecaster to try to get the twang out of it. I put in Seymour Duncan, Alnico 2 pickups in the bridge and the neck. I put a 18 gauge, I was a 16 gauge wire. I had to drill the hole bigger, soldered it into a piece that I put into the wood under the bridge, and then had an extra ground wire going into the body itself, into another piece that I soldered into the body to try to get it to quiet down. You know, I did quiet it down. I got the action decent. I ain't like this, you know, but I got it down there pretty good. I dressed it. I think I had to dress it like 2 times to get it there. And it had been damaged, and I repaired it. I painted zebra stripes on it. So it was a white guitar with zebra stripes. And my friend had gave it to me. Scott Springfield gave me that guitar. And I did all this work, and I was going to give it away to a guy's son in Jersey, and he said he wanted it back. So he paid me, I think, $300 for the money I had in it. And I was like, okay, well, you gave it to me. So actually, you know, I had no choice. No,
the saddles on that look like New Floyd Rose saddles.
Kind of. They've got the round kind of like bullet thing to hold the string. You know, you cut the ends of the string off. It doesn't go through the bottom.
Yep.
You know. But yeah, no sponges here. It has little like rubber pieces that go into where the screw goes through to give you your pickup adjustment on the pick guard.
Mm-hmm.
But
wow.
Yeah, like I said, you know, I wanted the strap buttons, the Schaller strap buttons. I was trying to get Fender to make a Kramer for me. Is really what I tried to do, and they tried, but you know, it is a great playing guitar. It's maple, it's heavy, but it's really feisty with the feedback. On the video, Captain Lee, One-Eyed Sea Wretch, on my channel, it was feisty, and I did use Wagner's The Flying Dutchman as the riff and guitar parts in it when I wasn't singing and, you know, shredding and that chomping and stuff like that. And I do plan on playing more Wagner on this guitar soon.
You should play that guitar more often, man. I mean, that would be my main guitar if I had that.
I don't really have a main guitar. I mean, you know, it's like... I
would say your Alvarez.
Wow, thanks, Johnny. Well, yeah, you're right, Ron. I play the Alvarez more than anything. I play the Alvarez like 2 or 3 times a day. I'm writing songs every day on it, and I'm playing. and I'm recording with it every day. I'm changing guitar strings on it every 2 weeks. I even bought another bridge doctor in case this one messes up. Because without the bridge doctor, you have that bubble behind the bridge and the action goes up. And I don't want that.
Oh, for a floating tremolo?
No, for the acoustic.
Oh, for the acoustic.
Yeah, it's a little cantilever thing.
You get
And
the
what it does,
Detroit lean going.
what it does is, like you could see on the back behind the bridge, it's got maybe a slight little bit coming up, but not much. Okay, it's almost flat.
What? Oh, that's your
his-
hair.
That's just all right here.
I couldn't tell. It's like, man, that thing's dirty.
Oh my God.
What the bridge doctor does is it puts pressure against the back of the guitar by tightening an Allen key in a piece that attaches to the bridge. And that forces this part of the guitar down, which brings the bridge down, which lowers your action. And when you have a guitar, this is from 1977, they're all going to have that. So if you want that sound like the Alvarez sound, you have to do that.
Wait, let me plug in.
This is that's all wood. There's no laminate on this guitar. It's all like wood.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to get one, and it was really messed up, and I had to work my butt off on it. But that's the sound.
But I would say that's the main guitar I've seen you play.
Well, you're absolutely right. I mean, when it comes to electrics, I've been playing that one that I made out of the Musicraft body a lot with the Adam Reaver neck. That surprised me, especially with how low that pickup is in that body, and that gave it a new aspect of splitting half octaves. I've been splitting octaves a lot, 2, 3 in feedback. That's nothing new. But because of that pickup is so far away from the springs, it's actually half stepping the feedback. I've never had that happen before.
Hey, B9, it says he always goes with 2 springs. 2 springs is usually what I use as well. But remember, you got to remember the amount of springs you use depends on the gauge strings you're using and how tight you want your bridge. Because I've seen guys use 5 springs on a Strat. Because if they're not using the bridge, it turns into a hardtail, putting 5, 6, 5 straight springs in the back. But yeah, I agree. 2 springs is usually the go-to for me. On an angle from the end holes and then up to the second ear on the inside, or on the spring claw, the second one in on both sides. I'll angle them. That's what I always did as well. So
I use 2 springs also, but mine are straight. I don't angle them.
The new Vandenbergs, I saw them at the whatever show that was, and I can't wait. Like I said, I think I said last week, I'll grab one of those pink ones if I can grab one. Be nice to have one of those new Vandenbergs. By the way, then, if you guys haven't heard the new Vandenberg album, it's freaking amazing. I mean, his tone on that. I mean, my goodness, and you hear in his playing, you hear the old Whitesnake. It's just really cool to listen to that new Vandenberg. So if you haven't heard the new Vandenberg album, check it out. And just one more thing, don't forget that this Friday is the anniversary of Edward's passing. So 3 years this Friday. So
right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were gonna do a live stream with what's his name? I think his name is Jay. He was in our chat the other night, and he was telling us they're gonna go live at in front of the house in Pasadena on Friday, and then in front of the liquor store down the street on Saturday. And I had said both days he'll jump on here with us. We did the same thing last year, I remember.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's
just crazy. I think it's been 3 years since he passed. It's crazy.
Ian's got a good point. He says he doesn't see the difference between the angle and the straight spring. Well, the angle is putting a little more, you're stretching that string out a little more, so it's going to be a little bit stiffer. than if you put it straight.
Go ahead, Johnny.
Thank you, Ron.
That's what she said.
Okay.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Johnny, as you were.
She said, thank you, Ron. Okay. Also, this Friday, you guys, is the official release of the Van Hagar Collection 2 vinyl box set. The vinyl and the CDs. And I think we were talking about this in the green room too. I think I ordered both. Was that you guys? Did we just talk about this? Okay,
yeah.
I ordered both, and I'm giving them away on the channel here.
What is going on with Ron? What is Ron doing?
I don't know.
I'm getting
He's
ready
waiting
to
for
play
Robbie
when
to
Robbie
sing a
plays.
song.
Okay.
So we're giving. I'm giving this away on a Tuesday. You guys all know I call it 081 Tuesdays, where I talk all things Van Halen. If you guys like Van Halen, this is the channel. This is the place you want to be. And we do the giveaways. We do all the cool stuff here.
What
So
do you call that? What do you call that, Johnny?
081 Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. There we go. So we're giving those away. They officially come out Friday. And then also, I saw a comment in the chat. We got somebody watching from Facebook. Where is that? We had a question. Graham, good to see you on Facebook. Hi there. Any idea on reviews of the latest EVH Black and White series, Eruption 78 pre-CBS headstock vintage out guitar? Listed $18.99. I just saw it at Guitar Center. A few of us, maybe, I don't know. I've played it. I've played a couple.
I played it.
Okay.
Yeah, I played one.
So we'll give you some reviews, but also, if you want to check out more reviews, head on over to Sweetwater. Here's a link in the chat. I hope you're still here. Actually, I'm going to find where you are. I mean, on Facebook. I'm going
to hunt you down.
I'm going to find what... Graham, if you're still here, drop another comment, please, because we're live. We're on like 5 different Facebook pages right now.
He's going to get you on GTA.
Uh-huh.
He's not at the drive-in, is he?
Because that other game wouldn't load. Okay. So 78, the Eruption guitar right here. Here's the link. Click on that link. You can get reviews at Sweetwater. But again, I'm going to respond to you on Facebook. While I'm doing that, 40 Grit. Do you want to talk about that guitar?
What's that?
The 78 Stripe series. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, Cheech said if somebody walked out, I want to see if it was Wolf, because I've been sitting here for hours waiting for Wolf to step up.
Oh my gosh!
I think I just missed him. Anyways, do I want to talk
David.
about the 78? You know, here's my thoughts on the 78. I mean, I think that it's a cool guitar. I think it's super cool that they went with the brass nut. I think it's super cool that they went back to the old school Eddie Van Halen way of putting the strings in, and with the way that he wrapped them, and all the cool stuff about keeping the guitar in tune and stuff. But you gotta understand something. For me to go buy a 78 probably wouldn't make much sense, because I like my whammy bar. And you just got to put a lot of work into that guitar to use the whammy bar you want the way you want to, and to keep it in tune. So if you're not planning on, modifying it, locking tuners like Robbie's roller nut and locking tuners, you could bang on that whammy bar that Robbie's got right there on that custom shop, and it'd never go out of tune. But if you get one of those 78s, I've heard a lot of people wrestle with that guitar, keeping it in tune. So that's if you're not a whammy bar guy, get the 78. It's a cool guitar. If you're a whammy bar guy, and this is just my opinion, if you're a whammy bar guy, buy the one with the Floyd, because you'll have more fun and you won't be restricted with the going out of tune stuff. If you're a diehard Van Halen fanatic, I mean, I am, but I'm not a fanatic enough to where I'm going to go spend $1,800 on a guitar. It's going to just hang there, because I won't. Well, I guess my other one just hangs there too. But if I was gonna do one, cool guitar. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's got the EVH logo where the Gibson logo was, and they did a lot of cool stuff on that guitar. But in my opinion, $1,800 is a little rich for me to go buy a wall hanger. But like somebody just commented, who said a wall hanger? Yeah. Facebook user 78's a wall hanger. Somebody just agreed with me. So I kind of, that's kind of my, Johnny, your thoughts? Wait, what are your thoughts, sir?
I'm going to first, okay, I found, is it Graham? I found where he's watching, so I responded back to him. And I'll post another video in the chat. Okay, as far as the guitar itself, I think that they did a great job. The way it looks, the way it feels, the way it plays, and again, I mean, Graham, are you still here? Where were you? I found you on Facebook, but actually let me go back. I'll give you another video here too.
And let me back up. I don't want anybody in the chat to think I'm bad mouthing EVH because I have a ton of EVH stuff. I got a ton of it. It's just, you've got to make the decision. I think that the 78 and the regular EVH black and white with the Floyd Rose on it is just a decision. It's a preference, whichever you prefer. And my preference would not be a Fender 6-screw with being a whammy bar guy. I guess that's the best way to explain that.
Wayne, I do not like Kahlers. I'm not going to sugarcoat that.
I can't say anything about the wall hangers, expensive wall hangers, because that polka dot one right there was $7,000. And that's all it does is hang on the wall.
Well, I mean, Ron knows that Randy's guitar that he had, that polka dot one, had the highest action. You couldn't even intonate it. But he was such a talent. He actually preferred it like that, and he could make it sound in tune just by playing it. That's one of the amazing things about Randy Rhoads.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So the EVH Stripe Series 78s, like I said, I think they look great. I think the neck is awesome, and I was actually there when they first developed that neck. I saw it like years ago at EVH. Okay, so I guess like what 40 Grit was talking about, the differences between having the regular Fender Fulcrum bridge and a Floyd Rose. When they released the guitar, they had said, "Hey, this is a lot like." Well, actually, they did a replica years ago, where they actually had the the passes and the strings and all that. Right? This is like a cheaper version of that. Joe, thank you so much. Here,
hey Joe, what's up?
We'll get to your question in 1 second. I think the guitars are cool. Having a guitar that looks like the 78 Van Halen guitar, it's more legit without the Floyd, because that guitar never had a Floyd on it when it was black and white. So I think having the Floyd on it with that in that color scheme and everything is just kind of, it's like, yeah, it's cool. I'd rather have it with the bridge that it has. And the thing is, again, Chip Ellis had explained this in one of the videos. You can make it work. Eddie had made it work. So it can work. I mean, if you guys watch me when I play on Sunday nights here on the Guitar ASMR show, I use a Vega-Trem tremolo, no Floyd, no locky nut. I'm banging that thing. Never goes out of tune, right? Every Sundays. So anyway, very cool. Graham, if you're still watching this, you're watching from the EVH Gear Live page. I found you. There's 2 video links for you there. One at Guitar Center, me playing that guitar. Another one to a Sweetwater link. Click on the Sweetwater link. You'll get more reviews on those guitars. I think it's a great guitar. Okay, Joe Paradise, thank you for the $9.99 support for the channel. My lights on? Yes, my lights are on. There they are. Well, anyway.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah. Picked up a new Beretta. Love it. Regret not getting one when they were still being made here in New Jersey. Friend of mine has one. He reconstructed from New Jersey Kramer factory dumpster parts. I think Robbie was digging through that dumpster at one point. He wins.
I think the yellow one has a Floyd, right, Joe? I think, Joe, you got the yellow one, so the yellow one has a Floyd on it, I believe, right?
The new Berettas?
Yeah, the yellow ones have a Floyd, from what I know. I was just at Guitar Center today, and I picked up a blue one with just a regular standard bridge on it, and it played fantastic. I mean, that thing just played effortlessly. Sitting on the showroom floor at Guitar Center.
What's happening, Sky? What's up?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Hey, Johnny, this had a preset in it for wet, dry, wet.
What? Oh, the
This
Helix?
Helix.
Oh,
Yeah.
right on. Can we hear that? Are you stereo though? Because you have to be stereo for that to make sense. No, you're not. It's mono.
What's happening, Zach?
Robbie, sing something quick.
What's up, Crimson?
No, it's
And
mono.
the old dance Ford.
If you can
Zach,
set it up
what
for
up?
stereo, we can hear that. If it's mono, if it's any louder, mono is not stereo. What was that?
That's some John Sykes. Come on, keep going.
I had a girlfriend in the 80s that was in love with that guy.
You know what? I watched a video the other day of what was the band that Sykes was in, Blue Murder.
Blue Murder.
And I put it on, and this is hilarious because my girlfriend watches these old 80s videos, and I can tell the guys that she thinks are good looking, right? They like George Lynch. When we went and saw Lynch, he just about crumbled. So I'm watching a Blue Murder video the other day, and it was Sykes, and he had his hair all ratted out, and he looked cool. And she's like, "Who's that?" And I go, "That's John Sykes." And she goes, "Oh, let's watch another video with him in it." And so I sat there for like 3 videos just showing her John. Hey, I'm okay with it. John Sykes is cool, man.
He actually might be watching this because he follows me on Facebook.
Well, he's cool, man. John
So
Sykes.
he's our favorite.
I wish that guy would do something. He needs to do something, man.
Who is the bass player in Blue Murder?
Tony Franklin.
Hey, this is Tony Franklin, and you're watching Johnny Bean TV. Hey, this is Tony Franklin.
I am correct. I am correct.
We can't hear you, Ron.
Ron. Oh.
I had to turn it back to Mike. Sorry.
Oh.
See,
okay.
now you can sing, Robbie.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah, if you can get that thing hooked in stereo, it'd be interesting. Why am I glowing?
Was it echoing ear to ear at least?
No, because it's mono.
Okay. In mine, it was. It's going left and right.
It's stereo.
Yeah.
Go into your audio settings in StreamYard and click on. There should be a stereo button. That might do it. Why am I glowing all of a sudden? How did my lighting change? It's nighttime.
You got a battery in your hat.
I know. Wow.
You guys want to see some of the stuff I picked up?
Yes.
Okay, so these are cool stories. These are cool stories. All right. When we go into this, we don't buy the guitar, we buy the story, right? We buy the stuff because of the story, right? So
yes.
Hold on a second. I got to go home real quick so you guys can see everything real good. I'm going
What was
to there's nothing
that's
going on
Ned.
here. There's nothing going on here, so I'm going to go home. All right, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm going to go home. Okay. All right, back home. All right. So I called out, and there was a Floyd Rose on Craigslist. And I said, I'm going to buy that Floyd Rose. It says early 80s Floyd Rose, right? So I emailed the person, and I said, hey, I'd like to buy the Floyd Rose. It was listed for $150. I said, would you take 100? They said, I'll take 120. And then I get a phone call from the person, and it's a female. And she's like, "Hey, I was a Hollywood. I was in bands in Hollywood when in the '80s, and I've had this Floyd Rose since the '80s, and I just haven't done anything with it. I kept it for nostalgia value, and I got a early '80s. It's got everything, Robbie. It's got the slammer nut. It's got everything, and it came with two whammy bars, a straight one, and a angled one, like a normal angled one. Look at these bars, dude. I mean, these bars are crazy." So she goes, "Yeah, you can just have it all." I was like, "All right, cool." So you got the regular one, right?
Uh-huh.
Look at this one.
Oh, that looks like one of the really early ones that had the nylon nut.
So they're both screw in. So I
That
don't know.
looks left-handed.
No.
Did you look at underneath the saddles? Do they have the scribes?
So I should take that apart and find out, but I know it's an early one.
No serial number
No, I don't see
on the
it.
block?
I don't.
There's no serial number on the block?
No, just that. There's that.
I can't see that. Is there something stamped on there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably a serial number.
Oh, okay, so that's 85.
So I got it for $120. That's a win.
Nice.
Correct?
That's a
Yes.
win.
I mean, even if it doesn't have the correct scribed saddles on it, it's still worth that more than that.
I call it TB14 Custom 5. It's a custom pickup with the Alnico 5 magnet. My favorite Duncan pickup, Alnico 5. $40. That's a win, right?
Oh, that's a win.
$40. Now JP21 does it. Don't get your pants in a bunch here.
Oh.
And why is this unique? Why is this unique?
You stole it from the studio you were just in front of.
Maybe. But why is this one unique?
In the chat.
Why
Have
is
the
this
chat
one
answer
unique?
it. Why is that unique?
Johnny, do you know?
Yeah, I know.
Tell us.
I see that LED clipping diode. In the chat. I'll tell you guys in a few seconds why that's unique in the chat, if the chat doesn't know.
Johnny knows
Black
why
and
it's
white?
unique.
Okay, there's a reason why it's unique, and he's holding it sideways to show you. There you go, greasy monkey. Yeah,
It's striped all over.
it's painted all the way around.
The new ones are only painted on top, and the rest of it's white.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what makes this one unique. On Craigslist for $99.
Oh, wow.
And then I got there and I go, "Hey, excuse me, where are the rubber feet?" Because in the picture it had rubber feet. And he goes, "Oh man, they're at home." "Well, just go ahead and make me an offer." And I said, $80. And he said, "Okay."
Oh my gosh.
So brand new. He said never been used. $80.
Hopefully it works.
You know what's funny about that? I took my kid to Target today and I go, "I'm going to get some 9 volts." And he goes, "For what?" And he goes, "Oh, for that pedal." And I go, "Yeah, but you know what? I can't take it back. I own it now. So I'll just wait till I get home." So, you know, whether it works or not, I'll just wait till I get home. I'll figure it out when I get home. So then back to the offer up stories. I've been blowing this guy up since what, Bub? September 7th, I think it was. September 7th, I've been blowing this guy up. "Hey, I want to buy your guitar. I want to buy your guitar." No response. I get into town. I email the guy on my kid's offer up page. And I say, "Hey, I want to buy your guitar." And he responds to my kid immediately and says, "Okay, yeah, it's here. It's for sale." Drum roll, please.
Oh.
Very nice.
So I'm going to take these. So have you guys watched the new Wolfgang video? Because he's got one of these in the new video. But there's something different about it. He put zebra pickups in it. So I'm going to pull these pickups out when I get home because I got a set of I have a set of zebras at home, and I'm going to swap them out and make it look like the black satin from the new Wolfgang videos. So then today we're sitting here, and I'm like, okay, no more guitar stuff. I'm done. Time to go home. And there was a guy I talked, hey, bub, December. So in December, I'm emailing this guy going, hey, I'd like to buy your guitar. He wanted $1,600 for it. Oh, I paid $800 for that one. I don't know if that's a good deal or not, but and then today, this guy I've been talking to since December, and I said I'd like to buy your guitar. He goes, no, and he wanted $1,600. This is a funny story. I'll just tell the whole story. He goes $1,600 firm, and I go, you want too much money for the guitar, man? And he goes, no, I don't. It's $1,600, 16. I go, nope. So then today we're sitting here, and I hit him at 11. I said, would you take 11? And he said, can you be at this Burger King in 30 minutes? And I said, I think I can. And he said, okay, I'll meet you there in 30 minutes. So I got there, and I made it in time, and I walked up to the guitar, and he gets out of his car, and he throws it on the trunk, which I thought was funny. Because I go, wow, I would never throw a guitar case on my trunk. I mean, you guys probably wouldn't either, right? If you were selling the guitar, is the first place you'd set the guitar case on your trunk? On an Audi convertible? I was like, no, it's kind of weird. So he opens the case, and I look at it, and I go, yeah, man, it looks great, blah, blah, blah. And I go, okay. And I handed him the 1100, and then I saw it. And look at this.
He went to McDonald's first.
Oh, wait a minute.
What is this, Johnny?
That's a made in Japan.
It is a made in Japan.
Oh, dude.
Okay, so it's a made in Japan, but look at this. Get that wah wah thing ready. You ready? Look at this. Look at the bridge.
Oh. Yeah.
So the guy standing there right next to me, and I go, wait a minute. And the guy goes, what? I go, hey, man, it's got a Floyd Rose special bridge on it. That came with an EVH bridge. And he goes, no, it didn't. And I go, yeah, it did. And he said, no, it didn't. And I said, yeah. And I grabbed my money out of his hand because I thought he was going to go. So I grabbed the money out of his hand, and I go, no
At
deal.
Burger King?
Yeah.
What was in his other hand? A Whopper?
He gripped it. He gripped his grip.
So, hey, man.
He's got the grip,
I'm not kidding you. I grabbed my money out of his hand.
Took the guitar?
I said, no deal. No, the guitar was sitting on the trunk. And I grabbed the money out of his hand, and I go, no deal, bro. And I just took it out of his hand, and he goes, are you kidding me right now? And I go, no, I'm not kidding you. I said, where's the EVH bridge at? He goes, I bought it used at Guitar Center. And I said, yeah, I'm not interested in it, man. And he goes, I'll tell you what. He said, I'll take $100 off it. And I go, nah, I'm not interested. And he goes, so what does it? And I go, I'll do it for $900. And he goes, okay, just give me the $900. So I gave him the $900. So I got that for $900, and I got Floyd Rose bridges at home, and I'm just going to put a real Floyd on it instead of going for a regular, like an EVH, because those EVH bridges are basically Floyd 1000s, right?
Yes.
So yeah. I mean, the made in Germany Floyd Rose will be better anyway. So when I get home, I'll pull that Floyd Rose special. I'll go throw it in the lake, and then I'll go throw that special in the lake, and then I'll put a Floyd. But hey, so I guess my question to you guys is this, because I was talking to my son on the way home, and he goes, so is it or isn't it a win, Dad? And I was thinking, I think it's a win.
900.
That's a win. Guitar? But I got to put a $150 bridge on it. So now I'm at $1,050.
Right.
Is that a win on that guitar? I think so.
Yeah, they're like $1,500 now.
I think so too. Right. I think 15 is probably a good number.
Considering he wanted 16 for it, I would say it's a win.
Yeah. So I would say 16 for that guitar is too much, regardless.
I think so too.
Wait, it's too much. 1,000. Yeah, I mean, that's somewhere eight to 1,000 for that guitar, I think. Because I have a few of those guitars. I know those guitars. I've
The
had
made in
viewers.
Japans?
Yeah. Viewers have given me those guitars. I have them.
Well, one just sold for $1,500.
That's too much, I think.
I went and looked at them on
think that's too
Reverb when I got home, and they're going for like 13 to 1,500. So I figure if I'm at
They're going up.
1050 for it, I'm good.
They're
They'll be
going
all
up.
right.
They're going up quick. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you played the guitar though too?
Yeah, I played it. I mean, like, it's
strummed on it?
filthy. I won't touch it. I mean, it's disgusting. I got to go home and clean it up.
Well, the guy did meet you at Burger King.
Yeah. And it's funny because my kid goes, Dad, because he had like really long hair, he goes, either that guy doesn't know the difference between Axe body spray and deodorant, or he's a gigging musician. Which one is it? And I said, I don't know. I think it may be that he doesn't know the difference between deodorant and Axe body spray. So
because of the way he smelled?
Well, he just looked he just looked dirty. So But anyways, the guitar is filthy. I clean the case, and I'll go and clean the guitar when I get home. I'll rip it apart. I'll tear it all apart and clean everything up, but put a Floyd Rose original on it, and then it should be good to go. So
right on, man. Yeah.
And then tomorrow, so let me run this by you guys.
More.
So then tomorrow, a guy said, I got a great in Phoenix. The market's dead. There's like no guitar market in Phoenix. It's no fun out there.
Except at Zim's Guitars.
Except for at Zim's. No, I mean like the offer up Craigslist market. It's just kind of stale. So tomorrow I have a EVH 5150 striped that a guy's selling, and guess what he's selling it for? Johnny.
You have to sing "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina."
Is he like he thinks he knows what they're worth, or
he had it listed for 15? He had it listed for 15, and he changed the price of it. What do you think is a good price on that guitar?
You have 30 seconds.
Well, truthfully, free.
Well, yeah.
But a fair price on one of those?
Yeah.
I would say, I'd say 900.
900 is fair. What do you think, Ron?
And that's top. 800, 900.
Daryl says 1100. I'm not even reading the chat. Let's go back and read the chat.
750.
750 is way too low.
That's if you're looking for a good deal.
Yeah.
700. Wow, maybe I'm paying too much for it. I paid 900 for my Wolfgang Special made in Japan, and it's mint. How long ago, though?
And that's Canadian. That's Canadian, so it's even less.
Yeah. But also, you guys know, it's all about condition.
Yeah.
As well. So even like that guitar you just got, it's filthy. You know, it's about condition. You know, I mean, we all know what we like, but even if the condition sucks, it's like, there's certain things you'd stay away from. What's the condition of the Stripe Series?
It's mint.
5150?
It's mint. And it comes with gig bag, EVH gig bag.
And gig bag.
No case, just gig bag. Because those don't come with a case.
925.
925.
Mm-hmm. I would say the guy's selling it for 1,000 or something.
$1,000.
Yeah. And you're gonna pounce tomorrow.
I think 1,000's a win on that guitar, bro. I mean, just my opinion on a mint condition 5150. I think $1,000 is a win on that, man. I'll go take it and just clean it up. And I don't have one. I've got that awesome one that what's his face?
Kyle Finch.
Kyle Finch. God, I'm drawing a blank that Kyle did for me. I mean, there's nothing better than that, but it'd be cool to have another one, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
well, that's cool. Yeah, 1,000.
I think 1,000's cool.
That's not bad. Yeah,
that's a win.
Yeah, especially for what they're all going for these days. I mean, right?
Yeah, Joe Paradise says $1,000 doesn't suck. and that's good for mint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and free is cool, Dan. I agree with that.
Free's always me. I mean, if I can get something for free, that's cool. I didn't make it down to Guitar Center. I was hoping to make it down to Guitar Center in Hollywood, but it seems like every time I go down there lately, there's just nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
Not much doing down there, you know? Mm-hmm. Plus, there's homeless people out in front of the Guitar Center. That kind of craps me out because it didn't used to be that way.
That one? I was just there. I rode the scooter to that one. Yeah, I mean, it's just a regular Guitar Center, but they do have like the Clapton Strat on display. They got the Van Halen.
The Van
Kramer
Halen, yep.
On display. That one's always cool to look at.
Yep.
You know, the handprints in the front. You got Sam Ash across the street.
Sam Ash is always cool. They got a lot of guitars in there, man. They got a lot of cool guitars in there. I think Sam Ash might have more cooler guitars than Guitar Center does.
Oh yeah.
On Hollywood or on Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah. Yeah.
When are you coming down here again for NAMM show? Is that the next time you'll be down?
So far, yes. So
Yeah.
End of January, I'll be there. So.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about NAMM show. We're going to Nashville though in February.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to the Gibson garage. Check it out.
Oh, right on. I was there.
I got guys that work there that I worked with at SUR that work there now in the mod shop.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I know a couple guys that work in the mod shop, so that'll be cool.
Cool. Oh, the Gibson garage is awesome.
Yeah.
That's where I bought this. That's where I got this shirt.
Yeah, they got Kramer stuff
Gibson,
there too. So
they got
that'd be cool.
everything. Kramer, Epiphone, Mesa, all that stuff.
So that's the trip to that's a trip to California this year. So
dude, that's amazing.
I think the biggest win was that Floyd Rose. Probably, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's that Floyd Rose worth, Robbie? $275?
Depends if it's got the right saddles on it. You have the nut that brings, and 2 bars, and one of the bars is the old kind that came on like the pre-production ones, when they were like screwed in with the damn flat bolt and the locking nut. You know, because Floyd is making those dang things in his basement. You know, now I know that they're like, well, this guy had the first one or this guy the second one, but you know, he was making them before those. Those are the first known people that had them. He was trying to sell them for quite some time. He was making them for a while in his basement. You know.
Oh no!
But
my laptop just died, and that had the giveaway entries on it.
That's not
if it has the scribes, if the saddles are correct, if the 2 middle saddles have no lines, and then there's one line on the two outer ones, and then the outside ones have 2 lines, then that's the original saddles that go to it. And I'd say, yeah, that's probably, because it looks like it's in a really good condition. I'd say with the nut and the 2 bars, it's easily $300.
That's cool.
Now, if it doesn't have the right saddles, then you're looking at maybe $250, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I get a Kramer, like if I get an old Kramer or something, and the bridge is hammered on it, you know, like I'll corrode it or something, I'll have that one to fall back on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll keep that for one of, you know, like a Kramer deal or something that pops up.
Mm-hmm.
No, Rock Daddy, the guitar deal was out here in California. I'm in California right now. I'm going back to Arizona tomorrow, I think. So.
Mm-hmm. Dude, just stay there and add up those deals, man.
I don't think my girlfriend would like it if I stayed too much longer. I think it's time to go home. The good thing is the cat's out of the bag for me tomorrow. All the guitar deals are out of the bag. She knows now, so that's, you know, it's good. I'm sure
she's watching.
Oh, for
she's
sure.
Watching?
For sure.
Hey. Hi.
Let's see here. That's it for the chat. Yeah. So I like sharing that stuff with you guys. You know, it's fun. But that was a rush today when I saw that bridge, and I was like, I'm driving home. I'm telling my kid, I said, man, I'm so glad I caught that. You know how crapped out I would have been getting home and looking at that guitar, Johnny, and seeing a Floyd Rose special on that bridge and played 1100 for it. Oh, I'd be so crapped out. I'd be so crapped out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 1100. Yeah, that's a little too much for me. But
What colors do you have in the Japanese ones?
I have a black. Mine are all hardtails too. I don't know for some.
Oh, they're
reason.
hardtails.
Yeah, all of them. They always.
My
were.
buddy's got a hardtail. He loves it.
Oh, they're great. I have a
Later,
black
Martin.
one. Bye, Martin.
Bye, Martin.
I've got
See you, Martin.
Bye, Martin. I've got a black one. What else? The body and the neck, and then the headstock. It broke. One of them fell.
Oh.
And Edward's old guitar tech messaged me, and he fixed that headstock for me.
Oh, that's cool.
Tom Weber. Yeah, he just messaged me on Facebook. He's like, "Hey, I saw what happened. I want to fix that for you," and he did. I sent it to him. He fixed it, sent it back.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, how can I explain this? So those guitars, I have one that's a complete guitar. I have another neck, a Japan neck, the one that Tom Weber fixed for me. I have a Japanese body that has a Chinese neck on it. I think I have two of those. I got two Japanese bodies with two Chinese necks on them. And then one Japanese body with Japanese neck. Yes.
The cool thing about those Japanese necks is they had the stainless steel frets, and they had a bird's eye. They had a bird's eye fretboard.
Japan. Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Let me show you. Is Robbie singing? Hang on.
Yes.
All right. Am I here? Okay, here's mine. This is Japan. Right there. And yeah, like I said, hardtail. There you go, a little dusty. Strings are like that because, what was it? Something broke. Oh, I can't take the bridge off. Like it's stuck or something
Yeah,
happened.
it's seized on there. I remember
happened?
talking to you about it.
Something broke on here, so I can't even use the guitar. Yeah, something happened. Something broke on it, so I can't even play it. So I'm gonna have to like get it fixed at some point. I think that's it. But there's the back EVH decal from NAMM. This EVH sticker was sent to me from Van Halen. Van Halen Camp actually sent me the sticker. And then Fancy Pants and the Evil Doers was an awesome band. You can check out their video on my channel. They played a NAMM jam that I was at years ago. So yes.
I've heard those hardtails play fantastic.
Oh, listen to that, man. Yeah. The bridge seized up on me. The tailpiece, like it's stuck on there. I can't take it. It won't come off. So just for the time being, it's just like that. I'm not playing it.
So how long has it been that way?
A while.
Send it to Ron. He can fix it.
I'll do it.
And hey, I just saw somebody was saying, hey, go to VH Links. Dude, I haven't heard them yet. Apparently there's some Diver Down, they're calling them Diver Down studio sessions is what they're calling them. I haven't listened yet. I just saw them, but I'm going to listen to them and tell you guys what I think. And if it's cool, we'll talk about it Tuesday.
You mean
OU81
Tuesday?
OU81 Tuesday, or we'll talk about it right now. Let me take a listen and see what this sounds like. If this is actually what it claims to be. Let me see.
Wayne, you are correct. Sometimes people would just change things just to change them. What's happening, Lewis?
Wayne says they glued some of those on, Johnny. Man, why would they glue those on?
The bridge?
Yeah.
No, that one wasn't glued on. It's been taken off. It just got frozen.
It's just seized?
It's seized up. Let me listen to this. Van Halen 83 Diver Down Studio Sessions. This was uploaded, when was this uploaded? 2 hours ago. Secrets Instrumental.
Lewis.
Full bug. Oh, our friend Bob and Blackie was over there an hour ago. Bob, are you in the chat here? What did you think of this? Actually, here's what you guys can do in the chat. You guys, we love Van Halen. I'm gonna throw this link into the chat. We got 74 people here. I want everybody to jump over there and leave comments saying Johnny Bean sent me. Okay? And you guys can all open up another window and listen to this. Like I said, I haven't heard this yet, but it's claiming to be Van Halen Diver Down sessions. People seem to be excited about it. I have not heard this yet, but it was just uploaded. I mean, it could be fake. Let me listen for a second. Hang on. Let me just listen to this. Yeah, I don't know. I know you guys can't hear this.
Is it subpar?
Well, I mean, it's secrets and it's instrumental, and the guitar is not the guitar on the record, but I'm not sure it's Eddie. Let me just listen for a second. If I hear the solo, I can tell you definitely. Because the guitar is actually out of tune with the track. So that's why I'm thinking, I don't know if this is Eddie, because Eddie wouldn't be out of tune. Sorry for the dead air. This is interesting. Okay, let me give this to you guys in the chat. There it is. I want everybody to jump over there and say Johnny Bean sent me. Okay, so if this is fake, we'll call them out and say this is fake.
Does it sound like real or no?
I haven't heard enough of it yet. It is interesting. It is interesting because there's I'm not sure.
What's the title of it? Van Halen 83 Diver Down Studio Sessions?
Yeah.
I'll listen to it tomorrow.
Yeah. Or listen to it in your headphones. The Happy Trails is definitely Van Halen. The Happy Trails is definitely Van Halen. The Secrets instrumental, I'm not 100% yet. And there's two different takes of Full Bug, which I haven't listened to yet. But I want everybody to jump over there. If you're watching this right now or on replay, click on that link. And don't leave the show. We've already lost like 12 people. You don't have to leave the show. Open that up in another window. Drop comments saying Johnny Bean sent me. Okay? Say Johnny Bean sent me.
Ronnie Parker, I have not heard the new Dokken album, but that's interesting. I saw a post from Don Dokken the other day on Blabbermouth, and it said that that people were having a problem with the way Don Dokken sings now. And he said, hey, if you want to hear Don Dokken, he said something like, if you guys want to hear Don Dokken from the 80s, then just listen to me. If you're looking to hear that, I'm not going to be there, or something to that. I thought that was cool because obviously Don Dokken doesn't sound the way he used to anymore. But, a lot of us don't look the way we used to either in the 80s. So I guess that's a fair statement for him to come out and say. But no, I have not heard it. Maybe I'll listen to it on the way home tomorrow. Is it good? Ronnie Parker, is it good? I mean, is it worth listening to, or should I not listen to it? Have you heard it, Ron?
No, I have not.
Robbie, you haven't heard it, have you?
No, but it says 83 sessions, and I'm pretty sure Diver Down came out in 82. So.
Oh no, I'm talking about the new Dokken album. Do you like Dokken?
Oh, no, I never really was into him.
No,
I've just heard the first song off of it. That was it.
Is it good?
Yeah, he did a video for it. He's like sitting on it looks like he's in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, sitting on a porch.
Oh, I did see that. It's like weird, like in a house or something, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I did see that. Yeah. Huh. I'll listen to it tomorrow. See if it's good.
He said that this was probably the last Dokken album. But he just turned 70?
Yeah, them guys are getting older, man.
I think he just turned 70. Yeah, I can't even remember the name of the song, but he's sitting on like a swing on a porch.
Yeah, I saw that video. I saw parts of it. I turned it off. I thought it was kind of weird. I think you had a good point about the Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. I was like, is he like on a TV set of houses or something? It was just kind of weird.
And they keep showing like pictures of him from the 80s through it.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything else off of it, just that.
Interesting.
But I do have my new Lynch Mob album ordered with the autograph. Babylon, I think the name of it.
All right, I'm back. Okay, as far as that Diver Down stuff, yeah, I know Diver Down was 82, not 83, so that's a typo. I'm not 100% on some of that. Some of it sounds like somebody else could have been playing that. It's interesting, and there's another video as well. Yeah, TV clips. Yeah, I see. There's another one. I'm about to listen to that as well. Some of that is Van Halen. Some of it I'm not sure. But anyway, jump over to that video and again, drop comments saying Johnny Bean sent me. It is interesting. Johnny Bean sent me. Thank you guys. I see you guys. Yeah, interesting stuff. Wow.
Did Ronnie Parker leave? Ronnie Parker, let me know if that's worth listening to, if you're still in the chat. Happy Trails versus... What guitar is that, Ron?
Jackson Solderless Pro. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta get rid of the virtual screen.
Well,
hold on.
Is that the one that you buffed out that was flat?
What chord is he playing there?
I don't know. Yeah. This had the matte finish on it, and I sanded it down and buffed it out.
Oh, yeah. Looks way nicer after you did that.
Yeah, I like this one. Got the... Again,
still flat on the back?
Wood grain very... I buffed it about half. I didn't do it as far as the front. I just don't like the matte finish because as you're playing, you get the shiny spot right here. So I was like, if it's going to do that, I'm just going to do the whole damn thing. So, but I didn't clear it or nothing. That's literally just, I started with 600 up to 2000, and then McGuire's buffing compound, and then McGuire's swirl remover and cleaner wax. You can see how it turned out.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, it does look a lot
Looks
better.
great. That's weird. Your mic
I
is
had-
like cutting out too.
How about now?
There's like a gate on there or something. There's an LED clipping diode on this.
Let me check the settings.
Exclamation point, Lori.
Is Lori? Are you gonna play tonight if Lori shows up, Robbie?
Oh, she probably won't. She went to go see her son.
Oh,
I wrote this song today.
Should probably play it anyway.
Thank you, Dan.
Pretty deep. I had kind of an emotional moment a couple of days ago when I was cleaning out one of my beds, this bench behind me actually, and I came across a remembrance card from my sister. She died in 2017, and I lost it. I just was sobbing. I thought I had dealt with this, and it just triggered me. And Zora was looking at me like she was worried, and it was really bad. And of course, I listened to Tristan and his old prelude. That helped me through it. But I realized in that moment that when people are dealing with stuff like that, other people, they don't want to deal with that. That's your problem, you know? And I thought that when people have to deal with something like that and they realize they're alone and nobody else wants to, be there for them, it's a little ironic. That's just what this song is kind of about. I think one of the best lines in this is, "Don't you dare expect compassion. Don't expect replies or answering the phone. Because really, caring is out of fashion." I thought that was kind of brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
But, getting through that was really hard, and I realized how alone I am in that moment. Although I did feel my sister near. And she did not like me being upset, and that's kind of what brought me out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. So that's what this got written this morning. Kind of like that.
hey, are you going to give us a tour of the new stuff?
Sure. So Johnny's in command here. Johnny is in command.
Yeah, hey, if you want to, yeah, if you
You
want
to do that?
of your place, we can check that out.
All right, let's do the whole thing where I upload it and switch it over and change the camera and all that
Mm-hmm.
wonderful stuff.
TV clips. Listen to the other video. The other video is Van Halen, or at least some of that. I'm not 100% convinced of what I just heard is Van Halen, like the secrets, because like I said, it was kind of out of tune. Although there was some jamming, like they were jamming around and stuff, but some of the lead lines, some of the leads, it's like that wouldn't have been Eddie playing those leads. Some of those leads were way too sloppy than that wouldn't have been Edward. So I'm not 100% convinced that is. Oh no!
What is that?
Oh, that was my phone. I just jumped in a link on my phone. I know I'm so tech.
What? Okay, you ready? You just have to flip the camera around on your phone. It's in the settings. Camera off. By the way, you guys, smash that thumbs up. How many thumbs do we have today? We have 24 thumbs ups. We got 67 watching. By the way, we're doing a giveaway. I've got some Simpsons guitar picks that might be very valuable. I don't know. But we're going to give some of them away today. Towards the end of the show. So in about an hour. All right, you ready, Robbie? Robbie's going to show us his living room.
Oh, it looks like he moved the workbench that was out in the living room.
Oh, he's showing his cat. Let's see. Oh, Zora. Zora.
Oh, what's up, Zora? You leading the way? Huh? All right. Bear with me as I attempt to move. You can see I put stuff back in the bench after I moved it.
Mm-hmm.
And put the speakers up here, the light. I'm trying to step now. Oh, okay, I got a little step.
Wayne, you heard those tracks? Some of that stuff, I'm not convinced it's Van Halen. Some of it is, though, I know.
Okay.
What's in that closet?
Vacuum, golf clubs, jacket.
Skeletons.
Neighbors. Looks like you're setting up for a gig.
That's how I roll. This is a 15 with horns Yamaha that I picked up a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And Zora is on top of the big dumper cabinet, which we'll go take a look. And that's my little 80-watt PA head, which is pushing these things.
Oh, no. MPS.
This PA head is actually pushing them, and it sounds great through the 15s and the horns. It all worked. I had to take this cabinet apart. Tight speaker. And put the back on.
That speaker has a raccoon on it.
Oh, thank you, Zora. Yeah, this is a great cabinet here. You can see the horn and the sound shaping,
mm-hmm.
which is really cool. And what you doing, Zora? Huh? I've got this piece of carpet to cover the wires so you don't trip on them. You comfy? You like the dumper cabinet? Yeah, so do I. It works.
Hey,
Works,
Zora.
Zora. Hi, Zora.
Does Zora have a broken leg?
No.
Looks like a cast.
Of course not. Of course not. No. And then
What? Oh, yeah, he said his
on the speakers so I could get the reactive feedback the way I like it. And, of course, here we have our red LED clipping diode boxes and my outlet strip, not a power supply, a outlet strip with a fuse. So that's just old school. So I finished it. The room's done. Now I'm using the microphone right now to be on the computer to be at Johnny's, but it's going to go right in front of me here when I sing, and it sounds so much better. And it's been a lot of work, but I got it. And you guys have probably seen him. If you haven't, here's the gong stand for the 38-inch gong. And then we have the 32-inch gong and the sound plates.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the 30-inch gong in the corner there so I could play it with a drum set. And here's the drum set with the roto toms. And that red drum, that's a 8-inch deep Tama Superstar from 1982.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a real rare drum, and it has the buff on it too.
Mm-hmm.
And what's really kind of important for tomorrow, Sunday Sounds, I'm playing Led Zeppelin Fool in the Rain. And I got this whip today, which you need for that. So I'll be able to do that because I got the whistle. You see that 30 a little bit better there.
I don't know if he can see the screen. Yeah, he should see the screen. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, where are you going to put the Sabian symbol? Rock Daddy is asking.
Oh, I'm thinking of like frisbeeing it out into the woods out back.
Oh, wow.
That's not so bad. It's a little splash. Over here.
That's cool.
By the gongs as an accent or something. On different Sunday Sounds, I might use. I have a No Name China, and I also have a Zildjian. Used to be a big hand cymbal. That it's a 20-inch Zildjian. It's pretty loud. It cuts real treble. But sometimes I'll use that for accents. At the beginning of Sunday Sounds when I hit the gong and the sound plates and whatnot before I start playing the. But I'll tell you what, this cabinet looks all beat up and everything. I love this thing. It sounds so good. And I'm just really happy I'm able to set this up. So the microphone is behind the two 15s, which is, what I've always done as far as singing through stuff. So I didn't really like it in the other room through those little speakers, and it sounds much better.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that's cool.
Exciting tour. Right, Zora? Zora loves it. Hi, Zora. Hi. What are you doing, huh? It's okay? Yeah? You okay? Yeah. Zora loves everything. Yeah, you chewing on that, babe? Oh, Zora. I think it's going to be a couple more months on the gong. On Tuesday, I'm going to send the shipping to Portsmouth, so if it comes in early, they're going to ship it right away.
Thank you so much, Wayne.
And that's the completed room. Tomorrow is the first time I'll film anything in here doing Fool in the Rain.
Right on. Are you going to have lights? Do you have like stage lights and stuff?
No, I've got this light here. I've got another light in the other room. I'll probably have to start thinking about that because the room is, bigger.
Oh, yeah.
So but with the sunshine in the morning, the lights are pretty nice. There's a stark difference in this room, huh?
That room looks pretty small.
It is, and to think.
I'm in California, Wayne. Robbie is in Oklahoma.
I've been really driven to do this.
Oh, there's your setup. Look at that.
Yeah, this is my cute little computer table that rolls around. It has wheels, and I can roll it around. And this is basically what I use for Johnny's show. If I go live on somebody else's show or play guitar, I can use this too. So I'll have, better sound. Okay, so I guess I'm going back. I'm coming back, Johnny.
All right. Welcome back. Good night, Janice.
Good night, Janice.
Good night, Janice.
Yeah, let me. Oh, Johnny unmuted me.
Yay!
I'm back. I don't know why it always feels like I'm walking on the moon when I do that.
Oh, because the connection?
I don't know.
The
Maybe
internet
because of the
connection,
Vega-Trem.
obviously, yeah.
Right, it's pretty weak in there. I can't just, go from there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get a booster that I can plug into my my furthest wall, closest to the neighbor lady. And that will boost the signal, and I'll be able to go from in there then. But most of the stuff I do is videos, so it's not really that big a deal. If I ever do go live on my own, though, I will definitely need the booster for that. But I think that's pretty cool. Thank you everybody for watching that.
Yeah, it looks cool, man. It looks like you got it set up good.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Greg.
Yes. Wayne, are you from New York City like me? I am not. You can't get rid of your accent. Do I have a New York accent? I shouldn't.
Now you talk like that.
You talking to me?
My wife's from New York.
I've been to New York. New York City. MPN.
New Jack City.
Wow. Let's see. Is okay that. Don't forget, we're doing a giveaway in a little bit. I got some guitar picks. I'm going to give away some Simpsons guitar picks. So make sure you stay tuned. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow night for the Guitar ASMR show.
What guitar are you going to play tomorrow night?
Probably the same one. It's my favorite.
Man. Play that black one you just had.
It's broken. I can't.
Oh, come on.
It's busted. I probably actually did play it at one point on one of those. I've been doing that show for like a year. But tomorrow. Yeah, it's not just about playing the guitar. I do demos, I do reviews, and I was gonna do I was gonna put together some guitar cables, some patch cables from 3 Monkeys Solderless.
Oh, okay.
This company. Right here, 3 Monkeys Solderless, the new standard in cabling. They sent me a bag of basically they're solderless cables. You take the cable, you take the ends, and you twist them on, and they're good to go. It's pretty good. I use them on my board. They sent me a whole bag of cabling, which I need to find before tomorrow. So I was going to do that.
Yeah, some of that solderless stuff's pretty good. I got a project going right now with a shop in Arizona at Atomic, and I'm putting an EMG in it. And the guy said he said the solderless stuff is good. You can use it. When I was at SIR, we didn't use the solderless stuff. We wired everything with solder. But apparently now the technology has gotten better since then. So he said the solderless stuff is good, like the EMG stuff. So we'll see.
I can actually show you one right now. I got on my board. I use them.
Get out of here.
That's not me. Here. Here's one of them right here. This is a Three Monkeys solderless cable. Oh, and it's green. It's green, so you can't see it. Because spoiler alert, I'm using a green screen tonight. I had to. Although, I don't have to now. I could actually take it down. But so this is actually, that looks cool. If the cable was that color, that'd be pretty neat. But see, it's just, basically, you just take the cable, and you can strip it a little bit, and then you just twist the ends on, and they're done. No soldering, and they sound great. I've been using this cable for 4 years. No problem. So I'm going to build some of these tomorrow. We're going to talk about them. And actually, maybe, if I get a hold of him, and if he agrees, maybe one of the guys from the company will join me tomorrow. He's actually a huge Van Halen fan. And he actually does videos on YouTube talking about Van Halen amplifiers and stuff. Maybe I'll contact him and see if he wants to jump on tomorrow if he's available. If not, he will be on the show at some point. So there you go. Three Monkeys solderless. You guys know I wear their T-shirt all the time. It's got the monkey, the monkey with the gun like this. You guys see me wearing that shirt? I wear it all the time. That's their shirt. Three Monkeys solderless. And you know what's hilarious is the other night. What night was that? Last Sunday? I was talking about that. I was talking about how I was gonna do that, and then I went and I found a video of when I actually talked about the stuff originally. It was 4 years to the day when I looked up the video, when the video was from, and that day when I was talking about it. Somebody commented in the chat on the comments, and I'm like, wow, that was exactly 4 years ago. Anyway, what's the channel called? I gotta find out. I'll have all that info tomorrow. So Jamie, join us tomorrow night. I'll have all that info.
I will be watching.
Right on.
I will be watching. Wayne says that he needs some cables for you, Johnny, and he also wants to know if you noticed his accent when you talked on the phone.
We talked on the phone?
That's what he says.
I don't remember.
Did you notice any accent?
Oh, yeah, he called.
Yeah, he wrote songs for Elton John, remember?
No, that's another guy. Oh, you called in that one time. I remember that. Like few weeks ago, you called in. I don't remember an accent. The plug-in stuff, it is good. It's great. I've been using this cable 4 years. No problems.
4 years?
It's invisible.
4 years?
4 years. And it's solderless. You just... That's all you do. Yeah.
Have you ever seen the magnet ones? The ones that I've got some in the garage. I never used them. They're like clip. It's like a...
Yeah. I think at NAMM we saw some of those.
I got some of those, and they came... I bought a pedal board from a guy, and he had it on there, and I never used them. I just didn't... I don't believe in those, so...
I could see you tripping on it and kicking the cable away.
Yeah, I mean, like, I looked at that, and I was like, whoa, that's really weird. I'm not sure if I could use that. Yeah, I'm not sure if I could use that.
Yeah.
Somebody messes around with your board and pulls it apart, and you're like, whoa, where's it at? You know? Yeah.
That might be kind of weird.
Yeah.
That is kind of
if
interesting.
It falls.
Though. Yes. That's true. Let's see. Okay.
You should play your Ernie Ball Van Halen on one of the ASMR shows.
Okay.
Ernie.
Tomorrow?
People would dig that if you broke your Van Halen out. Switch to the neck pickup. That neck pickup is freaking awesome. I
actually used to play before I was doing what I call the guitar ASMR show, which I used to call the Sunday night. Originally, Sundays was called the Sunday night string change show. And I would you would see me with a workbench, and I would change strings. I would have other people on with me. The people would join me, and we would just talk while we changed our strings. That's what Sundays used to be. And if any of you guys want to do that, you're welcome to jump on a Sunday, and we can do that. But it went from that because I only have 12 guitars. So I ran out of changing strings, and I just started playing. But what I was going to say is actually I used to do a show on Mondays that I would call Music Man Monday, and I would play the Music Man guitar. That goes back, what, 3 years, 4 years? Something like that.
Yeah, you should play it tomorrow night. Play your Van Halen tomorrow night.
Okay.
I'll be watching.
You'll be what? Will you be home by tomorrow night?
Yeah, Peggy's asking how many are still here. I think there's 58 in the chat.
We got 58 here. Yeah, so smash that thumbs up. We only have 25 thumbs ups. We have 59 in the chat.
John, do you remember the idea that Octopus Ears said the other day that would be a good topic while you were playing GTA?
No.
Why the years that we I can't remember exactly how you worded it, but something like the era we grew up, that's the guitar type of guitars we like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that.
He said that would be a good topic. I think it would be. I mean, we're pretty much the 80s, except for you.
Yeah. Well, technically, yeah, I'm 90s.
So I was around.
I
was around in the 70s.
You were just talking about underrated guitar players at the beginning of the show. Were you going to talk about underrated guitar players?
Yeah.
I was looking forward to that conversation.
You want to talk about that?
Go ahead.
We have a list. This is from Ron.
Oh. No, that's not from me.
That's not. Oh. Well, then who was that? Who sent that then?
Who's that from?
Martin.
But that says underrated guitar players. I thought this was from you. Somebody texted me this.
That was Martin.
Oh, somebody texted me this photo.
Apparently his area code is the same as mine, 937.
Underrated guitarists, in my opinion. It's a little blurry. We can read those names.
Yeah.
I don't.
Who sent this?
That was Martin.
Underrated guitarists: Mick Mars, Jakey Lee. What's that next one, Ron?
Nuno. Why is Nuno underrated?
I'm in the wrong brand, so I can't even show it. Anyway, Brad Whitford, Vito.
CC
Codeville.
Okay, I agree with about Tracy Guns and Izzy Stradlin.
Glenn Tipton. KK Downing. That's the Judas Priest duo. Glenn Tipton and KK Downing.
And the next two are Iron Maiden.
Yeah,
I don't think they're
you missed Pat Travers. Pat Travers is a great guitar player.
And he got. That's not Dave Mustaine, is it?
Huh? Dave Mustang.
I don't know who that is.
It's probably Dave Mustaine.
Why he's not underrated?
Well, it says in my opinion. I think he was just giving you a topic to discuss. And saying, this is what I recommend.
I agree with the Tracy Guns and Izzy Stradlin, and maybe even Mick Mars. What's the last one? I can't read that.
Allen, something.
Larkin Allen
Collins.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either. Yeah, I think Vito Bratta is I mean, looking at that list, that's probably one of the first one that comes to mind. I'd say that Warren DeMartini is probably one of the most underrated guitar players of the 80s. Jakey Lee falls in there. Mick Mars, yeah. I don't think Nuno Betancourt was ever underrated. He was always a trailblazer, man. That guy was just a beast. CC DeVille, I don't think that CC DeVille's an underrated guitar player. I think CC DeVille is a, and of course, this is my opinion. It's just, it's a topic of discussion. CC DeVille was a great fit for Poison because he's cool.
Not so much for Stryper.
Yeah, he's cool. I think CC DeVille's cool. Tracy Guns, I was never really a LA Guns fan. I mean, like, they had some cool riffs and stuff, but I don't see that guy being a underrated guitar player. Hey, I mean, like, the best way to define these bands is what band was recognized for their guitar player and what band was recognized for the band. LA Guns was recognized as LA Guns. Poison was recognized as CC DeVille, or as Poison. Van Halen was recognized as Eddie Van Halen. White Lion was recognized as Vito Bratta. Extreme was recognized as Nuno Betancourt. That's, in my opinion, how you separate Mick Mars, Motley Crue. Mick Mars was never a standout guitar player, but he was cool in Motley Crue. Jakey Lee, regardless of what band Jake was in, you didn't say Ozzy Osbourne or Badlands or Red Dragon Cartel. It was Jakey Lee's band, you know. So that's how, in my opinion, you find out who the underrated guitar players were and who the who the standout guitar players were. I mean, Rat. Yeah, I mean, Robin Crosby wasn't that great of a guitar. He wasn't as flashy as DeMartini, but Robin Crosby wrote all the stuff for Rat. So I mean, that's equal suit there. You know,
I agree with Peggy as far as Lindsey Buckingham being underrated, and I'd kind of like to throw in there Glenn Campbell as well.
Go ahead. Yeah,
Glenn Campbell was extraordinary.
Well, Roy Clark was never underrated, but he was a great guitar player.
Rodney Parker says Carlos Cavazo from Quiet Riot. Yeah, Carlos is a good guitar player, man. He's cool. Don't say that. Cheech, be careful. Don't say that in front of Ron. Ron's going to get upset.
I'm going to have to argue with you on that one, Cheech.
Good night, Peggy. Thank you.
I'm going to have Esteban.
Well, Todd Rundgren, he did all the guitar work on Bat Out of Hell. I mean, come on.
Joe Walsh, awesome. Okay. And even Don Fedler.
Esteban.
The sad part about Carlos, if you ever watch the hearing aid thing, the part they put him in is right after Neil Schon and Yngwie, and it's like, it just makes him look so bad. Plus, his sound was terrible.
Yeah, I think that Carlos Cavazo was more of he was in Quiet Riot. He wasn't a Quiet Riot was built around, I guess this is a better way to explain it. Quiet Riot was built around a band, not a guitar player. He was cool, but he wasn't built around him. White Lion was definitely built around Vito Bratta, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, Extreme, definitely built around Nuno Betancourt, you know? Louis Villarreal, for sure. Jeff LaBar, Chris DeGarmo from Queensryche. Jeff LaBar, Cinderella. See, again, I don't think a standout guitar player, but was great in the band. You know, I mean, Jeff LaBar was a great guitar player for Cinderella.
Well, I mean, I'm older than you guys, and I look at stuff like Robin Trower or Gary Moore when he was at Thin Lizzy, there's like bands like Leslie West, like that. That's where I go. Where they weren't really back then. It was being known, but they weren't really overrating people back then. The only person that really got accused of being overrated was probably Jimi Hendrix, for people that didn't like him.
Whatever happened to Chris DeGarmo?
He quit after he did
He's
Empire.
the guy who wore the hat, right? He wore the hat, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I thought he was cool.
He wrote most of the songs too.
I'm 61, Blue.
He did the Empire
April.
album, then he quit. Then I think he came back for one more, and then he quit again, and he's never returned. He just got tired of it. He got tired of being away from his family, he said.
Interesting.
Jerry Reed. There you go, Lewis. Jerry Reed was an excellent guitar player.
I'd have to. Steve Hackett.
Wait, Jerry Reed was that actor?
Well, he was a country musician first.
Was he the guy in the Bond movie?
No, he was Smokey and the Bandit. He was a truck driver.
Jerry Reed. Oh, who's the guy in the Bond movie that's an actor, but he's also like a singer?
I have no idea.
Guitar Center had a Jerry Reed Telecaster I did a video with, and it was one of my worst performing videos ever. Like, nobody cared at all.
Nobody cared.
It was only like a couple of years ago or a year ago. Yeah, like the video got like 100 views. Like, nobody cared. Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry Reed did
Jerry Reed Telly.
What was it? She got the gold mine and I got the shaft. He even did a song called Guitar Man.
Jerry Reed. Jerry Reed, okay. Country.
He's dead, right?
Yeah.
No, that is the guy. Actor. Guitar Man. Wait, 70.
That's a good one, G. G says Dick Dale, yeah.
Would have been early 70s.
He was on Hee Haw a lot. On
Jerry
Corn
Reed.
Radio.
That is him. He's in Diamonds Are Forever. He's in the Bond movie.
I didn't know
He
that.
plays like the rich guy in the movie. Yeah.
Who's that?
Jerry Reed.
Jerry Reed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of the best Bond movies. Diamonds Are Forever.
Glenn Campbell was an excellent guitar player. He was a session musician. He played a lot of lead guitars on a lot of songs that you've probably heard and not known it was him.
Mm-hmm.
There's a video from Hee Haw, which is Glenn Campbell and Roy Clark taking turns playing Malagueña.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just, that they didn't make a mistake. It was perfect.
Wow, cool. Yeah, that's a lot of good stuff.
What do you guys think of Slash?
I like Slash myself. Mostly I like his use of the 100-watt plexi head, the Alnica 2 pickup, and the 600 watt 0.020 orange drop capacitor, which he wired to ground. I mean, that's where I got that wiring from.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
So
what do you think of him as a considered an elite player?
Well, yeah, he's very well known, but when you listen to stuff like November Rain or Estranged, I mean, some of the stuff he played was fantastic.
I think the solo in November Rain is killer.
Oh, sure. And man, Estranged is one of my favorite. When I saw him play that in concert, I was blown away. Well, November Rain too, but that was a great show in Oklahoma City. Yeah, and I think he didn't actually miss, but he might have like muffed maybe 2 notes that whole concert. You know me, I'm like, you know, Mr. Analytical. But yeah, I think he's terrific.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and what's overlooked too is Axl Rose's ability to play piano. The guy can really play piano extremely well.
Yeah, he played at Lisa Marie's funeral.
He did? I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
He played November Rain. And he sang it.
I still couldn't get past the Michael Jackson Lisa Marie video. But
Video?
Yeah, he did it. Michael Jackson, when he was married to her, he wrote a song for her, and she was in the video with him.
Oh.
You were not alone, or something like that.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Johnny Rock says Slash has great feel. I think it's very expressive with what he did. He wasn't like overplaying stuff. He was really, you know, being expressive in what he was doing. It came across emotionally.
Okay, now who do you think makes a better player? Someone who learned to play by ear, or someone who learned by the book?
I'd have to go with ear. I mean, you can go back in time to classical composers that could actually write stuff down, but they were hearing stuff in their head. It wasn't like they're saying this note goes at that. No, they were following what they were thinking. It was like, okay, I can write this down like this. It wasn't the other way around. You know,
I go with ear also. I think someone who plays with ear plays with more feel, more emotion, more expression. And it's like my son is book taught. He's got a master's in it from Berkeley. And he sits there and tells me, well, Dad, that won't go. That won't go. You can't put that there. I said, well, if you know what, if it sounds right, it works. Mm-hmm. That's how and I told him, I said, I think that learning that way robs people of creativity, because it's telling that they're in their head thinking, well, no, that shouldn't work. So they're not even going to try it. Yeah. Where if you don't know it and you try it, it may or may not work.
Yeah, but learning how to read or learning anything technical is very helpful. Like, I mean, but also you have to look at I mean, let's, a guitar player. Let's say, you got the guitar. Let's say Robbie is totally learned by the book. He learned how to read. He plays everything he does, he was talking classical music earlier, right? Or whatever. So I only sing, classical on this guitar. I mean, he was telling us earlier, right? So let's say you got that. And then you got, let's say me, I never learned anything. I don't even know what a fret is. The stainless steel frets? What? I don't even know what that is.
Diode.
But I play. A diode. See, I don't even know what a diode is. Okay. I'm just trying to say, I think it depends. It depends on the person. It depends on the player. Because you can get somebody that's totally self-taught and they put all their emotion into it, but they really suck. So it doesn't sound good, no matter what. But then you got somebody by the book who like knows everything, but then they really play from in here, and they have put more emotion into it than the guy that puts totally emotion into it, but the guy that can't play at all. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I agree.
So it really depends on the person and the player.
No, there's a bunch of people going through my head right now as you're saying that, and like I'm identifying people that are exactly what you're talking about.
I think there's a combination to it too. I think that knowing all about it helps, but it's the most important part is to not think about all that when you're actually playing or composing. To let the feeling and emotion come out with what you're doing,
Johnny,
as a priority.
Your idol said it best, Johnny. It's music theory, not music fact.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and
But you
that
know
was
who
my
said
point.
that first? Was his
That's
music
what-
teacher.
Oh, really?
His music teacher is the one that said all that stuff, and yeah, that's where he got it from.
But yeah, I've had that well, not say argument, but I've had that discussion with my son. He's like, "No, you can't do that." And 40, you might agree with this. And I watched the interview. I'm going to send you the link, Johnny. It's interview with Charlie, Rex, and Zach from Pantera. They were interviewed the other day, but they talk a lot about Eddie on there and Van Halen. But so he asked Zach about playing dime stuff, and he was making, and it was a perfect comment. Zach's like, well, it's weird because, you're doing this progression and in your head it should go here next or should go here. But Dime didn't do that. He took it somewhere else completely that shouldn't work, but did. So, and that was my whole point. Because if you know all the theory, you're not even going to try that. Where most people wouldn't even try it because, well, it's not supposed to work, so we're not even going to try it.
Well, but then you're making
that's my problem with it.
But you're making it sound like everybody that knows theory is like.
Well, I just said some people, not everybody.
And no, I'll tell you now though. I learned. I mean, yeah, I took guitar lessons when I first started, but then it got to the point where I could figure out the stuff I wanted to learn faster than the teacher that was teaching me. So I stopped, and I was just totally self-taught after that, watching Live Without a Net to learn, all that stuff. Right. And then basically, I've been in bands for years. Not that it matters, but in a way it does. I was signed. I've been in major studios. I lived with a major songwriter. So I've been around a lot of people, and this is without me knowing music theory or how to play the piano or any of that stuff. So I've seen a lot of stuff, and then fast forward to just a few years ago, I go back to school and I start taking music theory classes. I start learning piano stuff. Okay. And not that I totally know how to do all that. I don't, but I basically got my feet wet in some of that. And I grew up on Eddie, you saw me. I was talking to Andy Summers, telling him I wanted to be Eddie Van Halen. But when I heard Andy Summers, I'm like, Andy totally changed everything for me. Andy Summers comes from the music school. He learned all that stuff. He went to classical guitar in college. He knows. The Police. They're major musicians, right? But let me just say, when I went back to school a few years ago, when I learned basically some theory and whatever in piano, I'm like, man, I wish I would have known this way back in the day. Not that it would have changed the way that I would have gone musically, but it totally would have added to it. It makes you think faster. It's math. It makes you totally figure out, and yeah, you can figure out, oh yeah, that won't work with this, but if it sounds good, it doesn't matter if technically on paper if it doesn't work. If it works with the ear, it works. So I would say to anybody out there that if you're self-taught and whatever, definitely try to learn some theory and learn some piano. Every musician out there should be able to play the piano, because it's visually, you see the notes on the keyboard, you hear it. And I don't know if you guys saw when I was at Guitar Center a couple weeks ago, when I was sitting there playing that keyboard, I was having a lot of fun, even though I was messing up. Anyway, I hope some of that makes sense.
Well, I find that
I don't know.
I find that people consider music theory like how to write contemporary stuff, and they don't really delve into like the classical music theory is a whole nother ball game. It's a totally different ball of wax.
Oh, that's way more technical, way more I mean, you really, really have to go deep into that. But no, what I'm saying though, man, is if you can write, like, yeah, we can make up a riff. Okay, I just have to record this or remember it. If anybody can write, you can pick up a notepad, put some clefs down, place the notes, and there it is. And sight reading. I mean, Nashville. I mean, all those players, like, if you can sight read, you can get any gig you want, and you'll beat out anybody that's, I'm self-taught, I can't read. I mean, it totally makes sense, but it depends, and that's right, Sky Prophet. Wait, where is it? The Johnny Bean music course is $49.99. Like, yeah, but no.
For me, when I read just about every classical composer's biographies, and if they were available, autobiographies. Many of them had scores of music that they wrote. And for me, being able to understand that, to kind of read it so I could hear it in my head when I'm reading the notes where they are and stuff like that helped a lot in reading the books. I'm not really into sight reading, but what I would do is I could look at something like that and go over it in my head and then play it without looking at that. Mm-hmm. So I did it in that context, but it wasn't like direct sight reading.
Dylan. Yeah. All I'm saying, though, is if you can read, if you're skilled in anything, whatever that is, you'll be much quicker at whatever it is than somebody that, well, you know, I mean, let's just, you know, we could actually take the test. Let's look at our fretboards and somebody say a note and say, hey, where's this note? And see
what
who can go to it.
What key is this? Yeah.
What key is this?
Yeah. Yeah. What fret is a key of A?
I mean, that's theory.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, hey man, I mean, like I have very minimal. I don't understand how somebody could play a gig without having some theory. Because sometimes it is fly off, off the fly, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, mm-hmm. You're like, hey, blues in A or, whatever. And then you got to go into that. It's like, how are we going to put it up? Cheech, I'm not in a hotel room. I'm in my 28-year-old's. I'm in my 28-year-old's house.
I thought it was a dorm room.
Let's see.
Yeah. But somebody that played guitar all day, every day, while their brother went out and partied, Eddie Van Halen. Yes, I think he did know some theory because he did play the piano. He did a lot of that stuff. I mean, when I started taking piano lessons and I started learning some of that, I'm like, Eddie had to have known some of this stuff. He had to have. But what was I going to say? Anybody that just plays nonstop, of course, if they go and they jam with people, they got that sound burned into their brain. I worked at a guitar store, and well, you guys know this. You guys work in guitars. I had a little mallet and an A bell. When I'd go to tune a guitar, I would hit that bell, and it would make the dung. It would make this sound, and it was an A. And I got that sound burned into my head. So anytime I pick up a guitar, dung, I can play an A, and it's in tune. I mean, I don't want to try to prove that now, but I can do it.
Well, that's what helps so much when you're setting up like Floyd Roses and stuff, because you're constantly tuning.
I hated doing that.
And I mean, if you know what it sounds like, then you can bring it right up. I mean, you adjust it, you do your claw. Oh, that's a little sharp. Bring it down. You can get it really close before having to use the actual tuner. Saves a lot of problems.
Mm-hmm.
But I've done it for so long that it's just second nature.
Yeah. But anybody that's been playing guitar forever and ever and ever, you can throw them into any situation and they'll be able to play because that's just what they do. They're used to it. That's how Eddie was. But I do think that he did know some theory. The more I think about it, and Alex Van Halen apparently did learn all that stuff and does know all that.
Well, the other thing about the Eddie Van Halen thing is, I mean, the guy played so fast. I mean, there were a lot of sour notes in there. When you go to play it back and you play it slow, they're like, his landing note, the note, his what do they call it? The resolution, how he resolved the end of it wasn't correct sometimes, but it worked. So, I mean, like, it's the way that you resolve the scale, or it's how you resolve it. Lynch talks about it as well. It doesn't have to be exactly what it's supposed to be. Sometimes it's not perfect, but it works, just like it did for Ed. So
it's all about the resolve. I mean, that's music.
Yeah,
that's the tension in music. That's how after the verse, when the chorus, once that chorus kicks in, that's the relief. That's the resolve. It's like, yeah, there it is.
Yeah. How do you resolve it? Yeah. So yeah.
But Eddie, I mean, he did a lot of interesting stuff, and I mean, I love everything he did. Everything. I'd rather hear him play, one note than most other people play a million notes, because he had that feel. There's a feel there. There's something certain. But then Eddie also had a lot of licks. If you listen to him doing a lot of jamming, like at NAMM jams and stuff,
the same over and over.
You hear a lot of the same licks. Over and over. And that's why some of that stuff you're like, yeah, it doesn't really fit. It might not fit, but then again, it's Eddie Van Halen. And it's like, it works.
Yeah.
Right, Chief?
It didn't matter how many times he played the same licks over and over again. As soon as those lights went out and you went to go see him at the show and he came out with that opening lick, it didn't matter how many times you heard it, bro. You still got goosebumps. Because you knew you were seconds away from those lights coming on, and he's going to be standing in front of you ripping. You're just going, there he is, man. There he is. I'm in the presence of greatness.
Yeah.
So
well, see, that's why, and I know you haven't heard it yet, but Thunder Dude 54 uploaded the Diver Down we were talking about earlier. This Diver Down session. And there's some soloing on one of these tracks, and I'm like, I don't think that's Eddie. That doesn't sound like that. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'll listen to it again.
Yeah.
And you'll hear it too. What time is it? I know you're you don't have to work tomorrow because you're not at home.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No. What time we going till?
Well, I mean, it's 10 till to make it an even 3. I was going to give away some guitar picks.
Yeah,
I was going to say, let's listen to some of this together.
I don't care.
Before we split. Yeah. Okay. I don't mean on here, though. I mean, once we're done here.
Yeah.
But
are you going to get in trouble? Oh, no, you mean in the green room. Okay. Yeah,
in the green room. Yeah.
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway. All right. Who wants some Simpsons guitar picks in the chat? I think they're pretty cool. Like I said, they might be worth millions of dollars each. I don't know.
Homer does.
I have some. Some company sent me these years ago.
See, they got holes in them.
There's Duffman. There's the Simpsons. Yeah, they have holes in them for some reason. Why did that change? That's weird. All right.
Who knows?
Yeah. No, it's because everybody's wearing blue, and I have a blue screen apparently, green screen.
Hey, there's Spark.
I wish I could remember what company these are. It probably says on there. Anyway, I've got 4 of them. Okay, we'll spin. Are they thick? They're like Fender heavies. They're like Fender heavies. All right. Did you ever give away one of your basses? No. That's right. I was going to give my bass guitars away. That's like a couple years ago. Yeah. I'm going to do all that.
Okay, Laz. I'm going to do a great purge. Here.
Yeah. By the way, I just bought this.
I paid $50 for this, but it's worth $3,500. So
So I want 2,500.
No, I want 4,500.
Oh wow, where'd you get Zora? See, that's where you do the thing where it's like, here. Who's that?
That's my grandson. This is Rugby.
Rugby. Oh, you can't
Wow.
hear me. Oh, he looks pretty big.
He's a big boy.
Oh my goodness.
He's a monster. Oh God.
Here, John, I'm gonna give you a pick. Here.
Oh, dude. Thank you, man. Oh, it's a Bart Simpson.
That's funny.
Okay.
See, we got everybody. We're really in one room. It's like Hollywood Squares. We're in
Yeah,
one
we're all
place.
just in one room. It's like the Brady Bunch. Yeah.
I've been watching all that stuff at night.
We sat here today and watched T.J. Hooker all day,
Dude.
and it was
What-
amazing.
what
It was
That's
year?
Captain
amazing.
Kirk. That's Captain
Season
Kirk,
3.
correct?
We watched season 3 all day today.
Dude, I have the box set of, I think I have the first few seasons. I used to watch those all the time. I know all those episodes. All right. kind of.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, that's the Shat. What do you expect?
Shatner is the bomb.
Yes.
Best captain ever on Star Trek.
Yeah, I agree.
He would have been great on Star Wars, too. Okay.
I think he could have beat Darth Vader.
All right. Who wants Simpson guitar picks? Let's go ahead and do this. And then after we're done, we'll listen to some of this. And 40 Grit, I want to get your opinion on some of this. Okay, we got Simpson's guitar picks. Oh, I got to show you. You guys can't see. Okay,
Rock
we got
Daddy
a
wants Homer.
Bart Simpson guitar pick. All right, the winner for that pick goes to Bart Simpson guitar pick. Pooh Ninja. Pooh Ninja.
Pooh Ninja.
Pooh Ninja, you won a Simpsons guitar pick. Bart Simpson. All right.
Pooh Ninja. How's your name do it? How's your name do it?
All right. Next one is the Simpsons Family guitar pick. That one goes to...
Oh,
Oh, crap. It's supposed to be drum roll. There we go. Drum roll. Simpsons Family guitar pick goes to Larry Riker.
Commander Riker's brother.
Family guitar pick, Larry Riker.
All right, Larry.
All right, next one. Remember, you guys have to text me, too. All right. This is Ralph. Whoa, sorry. I just yelled. Ralph Wiggum. My daddy shoots people. He's excited.
I don't know, G. I think the corniest cop show, well, actually detective, was Cannon. You remember Cannon?
Oh, yeah.
Good Lord. Did you met? It was amazing. He could get out of that Ford and catch the guy in like 2 seconds. How
Beretta.
did he move that fast?
Not visible.
All right, now.
See him.
No.
Ralph Wiggum guitar pick. Not visible.
If we can't see him, you can't give it to him.
Yeah, I know. All right, and the last one tonight.
It's going to Sky Prop.
Oh, yeah. Duff Man. Duff Man. Are you ready to get duffed? There we go. Guitar pick. I think these are official picks, actually. What? Duff Man guitar pick goes to
Sky Prop. Okay.
Timothy Lay.
All right.
Duff Man guitar pick, Timothy Lay.
I know, Peggy. He was huge. And he'd like catch people that are like, 95
was?
pound sprint runners. And all of a sudden, there he is. He's got him. It's like, what? He couldn't even get in the car. He could get out of the car. I mean, it was crazy, man.
The Rockford Files, if you wanted to drive like a maniac.
Yeah, but Jim Rockford was cool, man. I mean,
His dad was better.
That James Garner is a terrific person. I remember meeting him, man. He's great. Nicest guy you'd ever want to see, man.
Anybody remember the show Vegas?
Yeah.
With Dan Tana? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan Tana was on that one?
Yeah.
Hey, how about Mannix? Anybody remember Mannix?
Yep.
No.
Streets
hey,
of San Francisco.
I saw that. So if any of you guys are winners tonight, 415-952-3263, text me and I'll send that off.
Hey, you gotta mention Kojak. Who loves you, baby?
Wait a minute. Who loves you, baby?
Oh my gosh. Is that a scorpion pop?
That is a caramel sour apple.
That is a caramel lizard. Ned would like that. Thank you, channel members. Thank you for your continued support for this channel. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Love you guys. See you next weekend.
You guys are awesome.
See you next week.
Who loves you, baby?
Thanks for everybody watching.
I'll see you guys tomorrow night, Guitar ASMR show. Where
I'll be there.
Yes.
I'll be there.
40 Grit will be there, and I'll be working with 3 Monkey solderless cables, and I'll be playing the Music Man Wolfgang, or the Music Man Wolfgang. The Music Man Wolfgang.
Play the Ernie Ball tomorrow night.
The Ernie Ball Wolfgang. I'll be playing tomorrow night.
Okay.
Hey, Quincy. Quincy was like a detective, but he was a morgue guy.
He's a doctor. Yeah.
Jack Klugman was great, though.
God.
He was a doctor detective.
You're right.
All right. Good. All right. Don't hang up, 40. I want you to hear
I'm not
this.
going to. Yeah,
I want to get your info.
No, I'm
all right. Again, you guys, click.
Beretta.
Well, anyway. All right. We got 54. Well, crap. I should do that. Here, you guys. We're going to listen to some of this once we get off air. I want you guys to jump over to the chat over here and say, Johnny Bean sent me. And I will talk about this stuff on Tuesday for OU81 Tuesday, my Van Halen show, exclusively Van Halen. There's the link in the chat. Click on that link. Listen to that. And drop some comments on that video saying Johnny Bean sent me. There you go. All
Please.
Right, there it is. Please. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Johnny Bean TV. Bye-bye.
Thank you, first of all, very much for joining us. But now we've got Johnny. Hello, Johnny.
Hi, how are you?
Is that Johnny Bean?
Yes.
Hey, man, how are you?
Hey, good to see you, man. Been a while.
Are you still living in San Francisco?
Yep.
You guys know each other? You guys hang out?
I bet it. Yeah, it's funny.
What's your question?
Ready?
Ready.
Hi, this is Andy Summers, and you're watching Johnny Bean TV.